play to win the game.
My message for the fans, we're all frustrated with where we are right now.
JETS, Jets.
Gunny, the training camp season is here. What's going on? This is the best time of the year so far because we get real stuff to talk about. I'm GreenBean.
Facts.
That's Gunny. This is the Thursday Thick of It. How are you doing, my friend? Are you as excited as I am?
It's official. The season is officially here. This is the start of the season for us content creators, for us fans, for anybody who appreciates football. Training camp counts. It does count. You know what I'm saying? You get to see the team coming together, all the new pieces, all the new shiny toys, you know what I'm saying, coming out there for the first time, gelling. I'm ecstatic. I am beyond ecstatic to go ahead and be seeing what we've been seeing. And we got blessed with some nice clips today from the New York Jets social media team. So I'm pumped.
Pumped. This is it. We are pumped. We are excited. Jetnation has been waiting patiently. Well, I don't know if we can call us patient in any capacity, Gunny.
Yeah.
But we have been waiting nonetheless. We did find out the dates for the public training camp. I know you're way down there in Houston, so it's unlikely that we'll see Gumby over at any training camp practices. Is that right?
That is correct. I won't be able to make those.
Well, check it out this year, everybody. I have been receiving an outpouring of love from numerous directions, and I think that for the first time in the One Jets Drive era, I will be attending at least one, potentially two, and even three training camp practices. I'm down here in Virginia. I'm either going to be flying, driving, or training it up, Gunny, just to go to the practice. Then I get back on the train and come home and do all that. So I am excited. I will also tell you, Gunny, we had some big news, and I want to just appreciate Jets fans at large for the outpouring of love, condolences for the loss of Denzel Mims. Everybody has been comforting me, Gunny. They've been so nice. They've been so
the moment
loving.
The news came out, I was like, man, I hope GreenBean's okay. I know this is going to be rough. I had to tag you on Twitter.
Yeah.
But, you know, we've been talking about it for a while now. We knew it was coming. I think it was a shocking that it happened before training camp even started. I think that's what shocked me the most.
Well, you know what, man? I think it's the right thing to do for the guy. Honestly, like he asked for a trade last preseason, right? He asked for a trade respectively. He didn't go the Elijah Moore route and stomp his feet. Wah! I don't want to be here. I'm going to go home. You suck. He didn't do any of that sort of stuff. He just said, hey, look, he talked to his agent and he said, look, clearly there's no role for me here, right? They're not into me. I'm on the bottom end. I'm inactive. It's like if somebody gets hurt, that's when I'm used. I'm just sick of it. They asked for a trade. The Jets said, no, we're going to keep you around. Now, maybe there's an argument to be made that maybe last year they should have traded him for him. Maybe. Who knows? Especially after that final preseason game where he played very, very well. Kind of took the game over.
Yeah.
Him and Streveler, Tony Alexio's boy. So, maybe. But he didn't even ask this year. He went through the whole season. He played. He just quiet. Denzel Mims is a quiet guy. This year, we all thought that maybe he would be able to adhere himself to the new coaching staff. Clearly, Mike LaFleur wasn't utilizing him, didn't like him. But it seems like it might be more than Mike LaFleur. It might be Robert Saleh that's not too into this cat. So right away, I reported 3 days into OTAs, I got a little inside tip that the new regime isn't in love with him either.
Yep.
And so, look, let him go now. Let him go have a chance to make a training, to make a squad with a full training camp. And I think he's going to do just that. They sent him to the Detroit Lions. The conditional 6th round pick that we would get back for Denzel Mims in a 7th is that he makes the final 53 of the Detroit Lions. Any concerns? You think we're going to get this 6th round pick?
I think so. I think what it boils down to is that, this is still somebody that has a lot of talent. Let's be honest. Denzel Mims is 6'10", 6'3", 210 pounds, runs a 4.3 40. He's big freaking hands. He's a high point contested catcher type of guy. He didn't fit here. You know what I'm saying? Mike LaFleur didn't know how to properly utilize him. That set him back a little bit. Let's be honest about that. And he just hasn't gelled well with, I guess, Coach Salah and of course the new regime either. So giving him an opportunity to go somewhere where he can go ahead and have a fresh start and make an impression on them, I think goes a long way. I think the Lions are doing some things over there. They've improved dramatically. We saw it last year on the offensive side of the ball. Adding a weapon like a Denzel Mims, there's room for him in that wide receiver room. If he doesn't crack, you know what I'm saying, their 5 or 6 man rotation, something's wrong.
Something's up. Then we'll get confirmation. Like, it's weird too, man. It's a weird thing because I don't know which one I'm rooting for more. Like right now, once the season starts, I know exactly where I'm going to reside. I'm going to be all about screw this guy, right? That's what I'm going to be doing. But I don't know if I'm looking for confirmation that my thoughts were right, that like, hey, he's clearly going to make the 53. Like what I think, Gunny, is he's going to go over there. He's going to have a couple days in practice, and they're going to look at each other and go, how the hell is this guy not being used? That's what I think.
I believe you're right.
But would it also be vindicating for the Jets that, look, they did try with this guy. He couldn't even make the Detroit Lions 53 either. And so something's up with him. I don't know. I don't know what would be, better right now. I don't know. What do you think?
Personally, I like to think that, I'm saying, he's got the talent and he cracks a 53-man roster, and that Michael LaFleur is just really that dude that these wide receivers just couldn't gel with. I put this on Mike LaFleur. It wasn't just freaking Mims, Moore as well, another talented wide receiver that felt like last year he couldn't gel well with the offensive coordinator. He went as far as to, blow up on him during practice. So if Denzel Mims goes and makes the Detroit Lions 53, I think it's a testament to just how out of reach Michael LaFleur was in the role of being the offensive coordinator. That's my take on it. And I would appreciate that, to know that at least our Joe Douglas did pick a quality player in that 2020 draft. And we just didn't have the coaching staff to properly utilize him. That would make me feel a little bit better, vice him going over there and just being a scrub. I'm going to go with he makes the team. Makes me feel better.
Yeah, I think I'm there right now too. And then look, I don't know if I'm going to root for him. You know what I mean? Maybe a little bit in the beginning. Like if he ends up being really great, I might take a couple shots, you know what I mean, at people who were, giving me crap for the last 3 years. But I just can't. Like, where's the comment? I see it. It's funny. Where is it? Mojo Jets. He says Mims isn't a Jet anymore, so F him.
He's already moved on.
Right. And I'm not there yet, but I know I'm gonna get there, Mojo. You know me. I mean, that's the way it is. I can't do it, man. Maybe Mims will be a different thing. I've been defending him for so long. Maybe I'm stuck. I doubt it though. Once he catches a couple touchdowns for the Lions, God forbid he does anything to harm us in any way. Like if he catches the pass or that somehow beats the team that we needed to lose. That's it. I mean, public enemy number one, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it goes. Screw that guy. That's just the way I'm built. I want to point out a couple of things. Number one, as is standard and usual here, we have Jets Lounge Jeremy Chaos. Are we removing chaos entirely, Jeremy? Do I not have to say that word anymore? You want to hear? Come here. What do you want me to do?
I mean, the channel is Jets Lounge. I'm Jets Chaos. You could just say Jets Chaos, Jets Lounge, or just Jets Chaos.
You don't want to be Jeremy though, so we're removing Jeremy.
That's right. Let's get rid of Jeremy.
There you go. All right.
I always hated the name. Bill Jeremy.
That'll be good because nobody likes Jeremy. So if we just call you Jets Chaos, we got a shot.
Yeah. At least it has Jets in it.
Jets. All right. Jets Lounge. Jets Chaos with Jets Lounge. Huh?
That sounds good.
Good. All right. There it is. Thank you, Jeremy. Jeremy's with us in the background, but we have a new guy. You know him. He's been in the chats with us for years. He's helping us out in the background. We got Mr. Finnegan back there, and he's developing his Finnegan's Flight Crew. So we're excited to have him. He's going to be sending us stats and everything. Now, the first thing he tells us, Gunny, is this. currently the Jets 2024, next year's draft, looks like this post this brand new Mims trade. All right. We have a first and second, but we don't know what the Aaron Rodgers thing is. We all assume we're gonna lose a first, right? But one of those is gonna be not ours.
Right.
Okay. Then we have a third, a fourth from Denver via the Jacob Martin trade. A lot of people forget about that. Like Jacob who? Right? We got that. So then we have another fourth, a fifth, our own sixth, and then we would have the Detroit Lions sixth round pick as well. So Joe Douglas is doing his work already. We got some moving and shaking going on. Now let me ask you, thank you, Finnegan. Finnegan's here with us. We'll see if he wants to come on a little bit later. We'll say hello. I don't want to shock him too quick. But he's with us and we're grateful for that. Let's talk real quick. Well, I see this though too. Let's do this real fast. I see that our good buddy Jason Edwards is the newest member of the Talking Jets channel OnlyFans. That's what you're called. Welcome to the club. This is our membership, our OnlyFans. It's spelled a little bit different, I think. So we got to be careful. And I'll tell you, thank you, Jason. I'll tell you that the Talking Jets channel ticket buy is up now. We're about halfway through our tickets for Monday night. November 6th against I always want to say San Diego, dude. This is a hard one.
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Chargers is crap. And they'll only be Los Angeles for 5 years or so, and then they're going to move somewhere else. Los Angeles can't keep their teams. Nobody cares in Los Angeles, man. So right now, this is what we have. They're the L.A. Chargers. So Monday night, November 6th, L.A. Chargers, New York Jets. And we are tailgating with Tailgate Joe. One of the best tailgates in the whole parking lot. We have there's a few we love out there. Tailgate Joe is one of them, and we're going to be hanging out with Tailgate Joe. And then we have two different on-field packages that are available. One is to get on the field for the pregame warm-ups. We'll be standing right next to the Jets. Last time I did that, Gunny, let me show you guys. Last time I was on, I'm on a different can I do it? No, I'm on a different channel. Wait a second here. Wait a second. Here we go. I'm going to show you guys real quick. I'm going to change the background real fast. The last time I got on the field for warm-ups, where is it? I got to meet Rex Ryan. So in his last game as a head coach of the New York Jets, you see?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's GreenBean right there. That's it's my wife, Mrs. Bean, or Queen Bean, as Jets Chaos likes to call her. Then we have little Teen Bean. That was when he was pre-Teen Bean. There's the hat. There's the hat that the friggin' Baltimore dog ate. It's hanging on the wall behind me here. And then my poor little daughter's face, she was so little, she's cut off entirely. But we got to meet Rex Ryan. That's the kind of stuff that can happen when you're on the field for warm-ups, man. They walk over, awesome. They say hello. Yeah, so this actually made it on TV with CBS, which is why I'm able to have it. People called, holy shit, man, we just saw you on TV, the whole thing. So neat experience. So we can do that. And the other one, Gunny, is some of our people, 31 of our people, will be able to be standing in that glass hallway when the players walk toward the field. And they can bang on the glass, and you can do this or whatever the hell this thing, the heart. I can't. Does that look good?
That's
right?
good.
How am I doing?
I see it. I see it. That's a heart.
Yeah. You can blow. You know when you put your mouth on the glass, you blow, make a big mouth. You could do that. You could put your butt on there. I wouldn't, but you could. They might throw you out. It might ruin the whole thing. But we're going to have all that available. You can find that. The link is in the description for the Talking Jets website, and you can get your tickets now. It comes with a Talking Jets t-shirt as well. And you guys, I can't wait to get up there and hang out with you guys. It's going to be amazing. So thank you for that. I will say this. Jets forever, my good friend. I see you getting razzed out there on Twitter for Denzel Mims. You know, we have been together on this one. We disagree on many things. Jets forever and I. Namely Zach Wilson, some others. But Mims, we were lockstep, so I want to offer you my condolences. Well, obviously, we are brothers in pain tonight, and I hope you're okay. That's what I hope. I hope you're okay, Jets forever. We'll get through this together, and we'll see what Mimsy does out there. So speaking of the 2020 draft class, Gunny, we'll start here, and then we're going to go into all sorts of fun training camp stuff. We got really 3 guys left, right? That's what we got. We lost Braden Mann, right?
Mhm.
We lost Cam Clark. He got almost paralyzed. He's now on the Jets coaching staff. So technically he's still here, right? He's still part of the team, right? Who else? Denzel Mims is gone.
He's gone.
Then we had Jabari Zuniga.
Yeah,
He's gone.
God. Yeah,
LaMichael Pirine. He's
he's
gone.
gone.
Who else was there? Braden Mann.
Really?
Oh, Jonathan Marshall. Well, no, he was
That's
the
his
next year.
name.
He was the
Was
next
he?
Yeah, he was 2021.
Okay.
So, but here's the thing. Here's what we're looking at. We got Mekhi Becton, right?
Mhm.
Then we got Ashton Davis.
Yep.
We got Bryce Hall.
Yep.
And then somebody. So that's the 3. But there's
Right.
somebody that everybody forgets. You know who it is? Came in the 2020 draft class. Who knows? Finnegan, you know?
What? Ashton, Mekhi, Rice.
Finnegan knows, right? Finnegan, throw. Yeah, there it is. Look in the chat. I want to see your Gunny. Look in the chat. I want to see your.
Oh shit!
Right. Everybody forgets.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did forget. Wow, that's a shame too. How you forget that one, right? Like that.
So we got Bryce Huff. Everybody, people
Yep.
don't like to include him in Joe Douglas's 2020 draft class. There it is. Cuca Lake has it. So he's all right. So we got 4.
Yeah.
Now, who stands to make it, everybody? All right. Becton, we're hoping. Rich Cimini came out and said that he's likely to be traded before the season. I don't know what that is, with how real that is or whatever. I think Cimini just can't handle all the positivity right now. He has to throw something out there.
Yep.
But what do you think? Out of Becton, let's do this top to bottom. Becton, Davis, Hall, Huff. Who's making it? Who's not? 1 to 4. Your opinion.
Number 1, I don't think Bryce Huff is going anywhere. I think they love what he brings to the table at that speed edge rusher. So number 1 for me is Bryce. I think Huff is not going anywhere. He's going to be here for the season, making that defensive line even that much more potent as we make a push towards the Super Bowl. I don't believe Becton goes anywhere. I think Becton is going to be here because you can't have enough depth at the offensive line. This is a dude who looks incredible. He's in great shape. We saw what he could do his rookie season. And potentially right now, he's got all the motivation in the world. He needs to go ahead and prove he can play at this level still, right, for his next contract. Why get rid of that level of motivation when you got a guy like Aaron Rodgers back there for the next 2 to 3 years? So I don't think he's going anywhere. Now, I do believe Bryce Hall gets traded. I think Bryce Hall will be traded during training camp, possibly during the preseason. I think he's a talented cornerback. We saw him; he's got starting reps in the NFL, but it's one of the deepest rooms in the league, and he's just not going to get re-signed next year. If we're being honest, why not get something back for him when we already know we're going to lose a draft pick next year, whether it's the first or the second? So I think he gets traded, and Ashton Davis gets cut. That's what I'm looking at. So 2 out of those 4. Will remain. I saw somebody said Bryce Huff wasn't part of the draft class. True, but he was an undrafted free agent.
Of course, so that's the draft. Dude, I mean, who said that?
Draft class.
Who said that?
I don't know. I read it in one of the things real quick. But that is part of the draft class.
Who would dare talk like that?
Who was it? Let me see. I know I just saw it.
Is that Cuca Lake's comment here? You see, undrafted free agent is a member of the class. Okay, we bring in a 2020 class. The undrafted free agents are part of that. So
Gitmo Bob said technically Huff wasn't drafted.
No, all right. The way he worded it, he's correct. He was not drafted, but he's part of the draft class.
Part of the draft class, though. Yeah.
Don't forget, man, when that last, Mr. Irrelevant is chosen, it goes right to the phones. There's mayhem.
Yep.
On that shit. Everybody's scrambling. They're offering money. They're trying to get guys. Some of these players are getting calls from 30 teams, man. So that's when, there are players who have come out and said they'd rather be an undrafted free agent than a 7th-round pick, 6th, 7th. Like, they can actually get these, nice bonuses,
these nice
and
signing
stuff.
bonuses
They get to
and
pick
whatnot.
where they want to go sometimes. Because if you get 5 offers and you can look and you say, well, this team's offering me, whatever it might be, $50,000 to sign, plus I get the contract, and they have a good quarterback, and this one's offering me $20,000, and their quarterback is Zach Wilson. Then they can go, I'm going to go over here and try to maybe get my career. I got to make a career move. So a lot of guys would actually prefer, rather than being that late round, that's late 6th, 7th round pick.
7th rounder.
Yeah, they'd rather just go and pick where they want to go. So there's that. But I'm going to tell you right now that Bryce Huff is making this team, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
100%.
that's a lock. Now,
100%.
Bryce Hall, on the other hand, you guys know I'm a Bryce Hall supporter as well. UVA's right down the street. I watched Bryce Hall play in college before he ended up hurting his ankle, I believe it was. But Bryce Hall ran this city, man. He was the big star here. So it was really cool to see him end up on the Jets, and he's a talented kid. It's my opinion that he's better than Brandon Echols, but they don't seem to think so. So Brandon Echols has that 1-game suspension. So we'll see. Maybe they keep Bryce Hall around for that, unless they like, maybe if Converse can get the boot off or whatever it might be. We'll see. I want to make mention before he bails out of here. Our good buddy Frankie from Flatbush is in the chat here, Gunny. So we got
Frankie.
Frankie wants to know, why the hell are we over here and not on GreenBean's channel? I'll tell you why, Frankie. Because YouTube decided they are of the opinion that my channel is built on other people's content right now. And they've chosen to demonetize me before they've given me any strikes. Why? I threw up shorts from Instagram in the offseason. I was just being funny. They gave me a thing. I appealed. I said, I'll take them down. No big deal. But if you look at my channel, it's fucking thousands of hours of me jabbering about, whatever. It's clearly me doing this. And they wrote back and said no. So I got to wait till
Ridiculous.
October. It's a sad thing, man.
It's ridiculous.
So what are you going to do? But anyway, Frankie, it is good to see you here. I just got a text not 4 or 5 days ago, man. I swear it was this very week. Somebody said, hey, do you know if Frankie's okay? I said, I don't. I knew for a while. I said, Frankie and I haven't chit-chatted in a minute, but I assume he's okay. Frankie's working on stuff. And as he said, look, he's retired, but he's working on a super secret long-term project. Frankie's going to Mars, everybody. I don't know if you knew that. Frankie has an interest. Yeah. Frankie's interested in flying around in spaceships. He's been, he kept that quiet for a long time, but sorry, Frankie. I got to tell everybody, Frankie loves Mars and he wants to live there. And he has volunteered to be one of the first human beings that will make it to Mars. So
that's
congratulations,
bold.
Frankie. It's good to see that you're actually,
pursuing
pursuing. Right. Let's see. So here's the thing. We're going to move into some training camp stuff now. I'm going to give you guys a quote and we'll talk about it. I don't know if you guys heard this, but to back it up just a smidge, when the Jets traded for a quarterback, 39-year-old quarterback, who many are using the term washed to describe, they didn't like the idea that we were going to, bank on this old man to come here. He's clearly slipping for Gunny. He's clearly slipping because of his 3,700 yards and all the jazz. So why would they trade a first-round pick, move up in the first round, then move a little bit of later round picks around and everything? Why would they do all this? Take on this massive contract for a 1-year rental, That's what they're saying. Mm-hmm. So Aaron Rodgers came out with this quote. There's a great feel to this team. When you have so many, let me do this. I'm going to put it up there so I can read it. Hold on. Here we go. Now I'm getting this. Thank you, Finnegan. Finnegan put it in here. I'm going to put it up here real quick. And we'll do it this way. So there it is. I want to thank Harrison Glazer. Finnegan pulled it from our good buddy Harrison Glazer's Twitter. There's a great feel to this team. When you have so many great players on rookie deals, it's exciting knowing you can do something. You've got a good window. It's not just a one-year thing. Oh, where'd the rest of the quote go? What the hell happened? Oh, there it is. Be competitive. Aaron Rodgers, it's not just a one-year thing. So, does this make anyone feel better about the trade? Are you relieved? Because we didn't know. I mean, I've been saying it for a while. He's here for at least 2 years, minimum 2 years.
Yep.
I said I think 3, and I think if we're really rolling, we might see 5. That's what I'm saying. Now, I know I'm fucking living in outer space. I understand. I'm aware. My wife tells me all the time. Whenever I tell a story, she goes, little bit. I'm like, all right, maybe a little bit. The fish was this big, not this big. Okay, fine. I like to do that. I'm excited. I'm an excited guy. So 5 years, but 3 years would be really great, right? And it changes everything. But how does it land on Gumby? This idea that we made this trade already knowing we got this guy for multiple years. He's not coming here for 5 minutes. What do you think about all this?
I love it, and I think you and I were both very, very vocal about. There's no way this is just for 1 year. 2 years was my minimum number, and I do believe 3 is most likely his goal. Anything more than that, I mean, that would just be a bonus, depending on how well he's aging through the process of taking these hits in the NFL. Hopefully, he doesn't take too many. But Aaron Rodgers still has a cannon for an arm. He can still sling it. If you watch any of his tape last season and you're watching the actual throws, the mechanics behind it, how he's launching it from different arm angles, he's got plenty of zip, plenty of arm strength to get it anywhere on the field. I think it's funny. I think that the majority of people that have continued to call him washed, vice just deflecting the fact that in a season where he still finished top 10, he also led the league in terms of drops by a large margin. I think it was 40 for the Packers. The next closest one was 26. So large margin in terms of leading the leagues for drops. And he also did this with a broken thumb on his throwing hand and fractured ribs. I don't think people want to look at the whole picture to put it into context, because then they will be giving the Jets too much credit. But everybody is right now hoping that this blows up in our face. They're praying and hoping with every fiber of their being that this blows up in our face. Because why? They know once the Jets start winning, we are going to be the most unbearable fan base on the planet. And nobody's ready for that.
They don't know.
There's not a single person outside of Jets fans ready for us to be winning with Aaron Rodgers. And I can't wait. There's so many receipts, and I know we've all been holding on to them, that I can't wait to start putting on display. And that's the issue. So he's washed because they don't have him. They're not on their team. And they're hoping and praying that by saying it enough, they can go ahead and bring it to reality, because they're not ready for what's going to happen for a New York Jets team that's actually a winner. Not ready for that.
That's amazing. Oh, thank you. I just asked for a crisp, clean bottle of water, and
that's
got
nice.
it.
Look at
Thank you. I just showed a picture of you. You know, the one with Rex Ryan when you were a little tiny fella? You were so little. That's crazy. There's the hat. That hat is now right here.
It's retired.
Shredded. Fucking dog. Oh, man. So, I think it's a beautiful thing. And, I see a comment in here from North of 45. He says they're only using the term washed because he went to the Jets. Right?
Max.
If he would have followed Tom Brady down and went to the Bucks, what would they be saying? The Bucks are geniuses instead of
49ers. I guarantee you, the 49ers are geniuses by bringing in Aaron Rodgers. Like, it would have been ridiculous how much praise they would have got. But it's the Jets. It's the Jets. So he's washed.
It's the Jets. Right. And the thing is, I think a lot of people, like the naked eye, right? The naked eye when it comes to the Jets is that we suck. I mean, look, there are guys. Look, the last 12 years, man, we've been pretty much a laughing stock.
Oh, yeah.
We had one good season, and we didn't even make the playoffs.
Nope.
So, I got into a discussion with somebody on Twitter this year. He's like, no, 2015 was great. I said, great? I mean, it was fun, but
it's fun.
Any season that ends, I don't care that we were 10-6. We went into the final game at 10-5. We had to beat a losing organization who happened to be coached by the head coach we just fired. We were supposed to roll them. and head into the playoffs. And we got beat.
We blew it.
5 interceptions. And then we went home with our tail between our legs. Any season that ends that way is not a success. I firmly stand there, Gunny.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, that season, it should have been playoffs. We were firing on all cylinders. It was a fun season. You're right. One game in the way, and you perform like you had no business even being in conversation of the playoffs. So for me, that was a crap season. Yeah, that's how that one wound up ending out for me.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's just so think about this. There are guys, let's say 12 years. If you're 22 years old, which is a man or a woman for that matter, right? You're working, you're out of college, like the whole thing.
You're
an adult.
Yep.
The last time the Jets did anything, you were 10. You know what I mean? So your whole life, think of all the Madden iterations that have come out.
Yeah.
What Jets players were in the 90s? None. Right? It's like the Jets are garbage. So the idea that we go and get Aaron Rodgers, people look at it as if we're hoping that this old man can just come in here and will us to greatness. But that's not accurate, Gunny.
No, not at all.
See, we had a top 5 defense, number 1 in many categories last year. We have talent all over the offense that we just couldn't utilize because our quarterback situation was so bad. We're not looking for Aaron Rodgers to save us. We're looking to get a guy who we don't have to worry about losing for us, and somebody that can elevate a little bit these young guys around him, show them, what it takes to have a long career in the NFL, the work ethic it takes to get to the Super Bowl, those types of things. But he's not coming in here. Remember when we were trying to trade for Kirk Cousins and all the Jets fans, we get Kirk Cousins. Dude, if Kirk Cousins would have come here, he would have played behind the same damn offensive line Sam Darnold played behind.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like with who? With fucking what? Hogan and Robbie Anderson. It's like, what was he going to do? He would have come here and he would have been garbage, just like everybody else that came here. We needed to build a team, and that's what Joe Douglas has been doing. So it's really, really cool. I want to get to some comments in the chat and see what you guys are thinking. I will say Frankie's he's still remaining secretive, but he tells us it's even better than going to Mars. Can you believe that?
Better than going to Mars?
Yeah. He says, where's the comment? Look, Mitt Flair says Frankie's from Mars, actually. But that's all. Maybe I'm confusing it. That's right. Frankie's from Mars. Maybe he's going home. Frankie says it's actually much cooler project than that. I can't imagine. What's he going to do? What's cooler than going to Mars, Gunny?
I don't know. I mean, it's Mars. It's outer space. Oh, maybe he's creating a submarine that can. You know what? It's too soon.
It might be.
I'm not going to do that.
Maybe he's a part of building a new planet that we can all live on.
See, that would be pretty cool.
Right.
That'd be pretty cool.
Frankie, if you are building a new planet, please just have one conversation with me about who's allowed up there. Okay. Or over there, whatever. I want my
Super Bowl. He's pretty much trying to go ahead and put a Super Bowl together for us. If that's the project, Frankie, we need you to say that out loud.
I like that. So the main catch, welcome to the Talking Jets Only fans. What a wonderful thing. Thank you for coming aboard. We have a few emojis in there right now. We got the JETS. We're developing, as you guys know, we're building this channel right now to be an amazing channel filled with all sorts of wonderful content. But for now, we got those emojis for you guys and more to come. So thank you guys for your support. Are super chats working? I don't even know. We had an issue the other day with super chats on this channel. Jeremy, can you see super chats? Like, can do it? So they just don't want to do super chats. That's what it is. Okay, that's fine. I just don't know. I don't want to beg or anything. Hey, look at this guy. Matt O'Leary's in the house. Thoughts and prayers to GreenBean during this difficult time. REP Mims. I know it is. But I tell you what, Matt called it earlier. I have seamlessly jumped over. Dude, it didn't take me but 3 seconds. And it's good because I've already been on this train, but I went right from the Denzel Mims train right over to my new guy. He's not new in the sense that, with you guys know I've been on this train, but I'm on the Jamie and Sherwood Express. And now I am being vindicated out there because two things have come out, Gunny, about Mr. Sherwood. All right, Finnegan. We're going to talk second round picks. Finnegan did a little bit of research for us. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Finnegan's 22 years old. So Finnegan, I don't know if you guys know this about Finnegan. He's one of two Jets fans in the great state of Iowa. He said that he's never run into a Jets fan. Hey, Finnegan, can I bring you on for a second?
Where's Iowa Jets fan at? We need to get them.
Iowa Jets fan. He's all set. He just had to buy himself his first pair of glasses. So he's sad. Finnegan, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're great. We're happy to have you with us, man. Look at the green. He's got the green hue, Gunny.
Green glow. I like that.
He's got the green glow. This is nice. So Finnegan, the great state of Iowa, not known for its Jets fans.
Yep.
You've been there your whole life. If I remember correctly, you said you've very rarely, if ever, run into a Jets fan on the street. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I've never seen anybody out. Like, I've seen people like tell me go Jets, but I don't think they're a Jets fan because how many are in Iowa? But
you're just being nice.
Right, yeah, and then they probably felt bad for me, honestly. But this past year, when we were up in Minnesota playing the Vikings, me and Reed, or Iowan Jets fan, we were both at the game. So he's technically the first one I ever met.
Right. And you did that through this, right? Through this connection that we have, the beanbaggers, the online, the stream. It's an amazing thing. You guys got to go to the Minnesota, and we should have won that damn game if I may.
Yeah.
We could have sent you home with a smile on your face instead of the long ride through Iowa going, fucking Barrios. You had to do that. So what an interesting experience, everybody. We have a diehard Jets fan out there in Iowa, Finnegan, right here, and he's never run into in his whole life another guy wearing a Jets hat, he's never seen it. Isn't this amazing? That's crazy, I give you credit, Finnegan. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't see many down here either. Every now and then I see one though. I see one.
I can't wait to go up week 9 for the Chargers game.
Oh, we'll be seeing you at the Chargers game with us, right? You'll be hanging out.
Be surrounded by Jets fans and.
Dude, I can't wait. Finnegan, you got to make sure that you get into the stadium like with ample time before the game. You got to do it.
Yeah. I hooked up with Dom C, so he set me up with where to get a hotel, and it's like 5-minute drive from the stadium.
Yeah, just know it's the 5 minutes away can be an hour and a half away.
Right, yeah.
You got to know this is in Iowa, right? This is a crazy place. It's very spaghetti-like and pretzel-y.
Yeah.
So we got to get you in there. We got to get you in the parking lot early, but then we got to get you in the stadium early so you can be a part of the pregame Jets chants. Mm-hmm. You got to, dude. I want to be with you.
Yeah.
When you get your first Jets chant, I'm gonna bear hug you and throw you off the turn. I'm gonna throw you off the upper deck. It's what we do. It's a thing we do. We've all done it. We've all been thrown off the upper deck. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Initiation. All right, Finnegan. Thanks, buddy. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to do that with you. But Finnegan is in the back helping us out with some links and tweets and stuff that we talk about and stats and all that jazz. But Sherwood. All right, so we'll talk about Sherwood in a second. We'll wrap up the second round pick thing. As we know, we lost Denzel Mims, and I thank Matt O'Leary. Matt has been very, very kind these last few days to me. The last couple of days since yesterday. I mean, he's not alone. I'm telling you, it's really a funny thing. As soon as it came out, I got, with no exaggeration, I don't know, 50 tweets, DMs, texts, like, you good? You all right, man? Everybody, like, I went,
we had to check in on you, brother.
I saw all kinds of tags, like, oh shit, check on Bean. You know what I mean? It's funny, but so it's not just Denzel Mims, and this is just the last 10 years, Gunny. But we're going to look at this. It goes beyond that. It goes further back. The Jets second round pick thing is atrocious. And we get excited for our second round picks. And the truth is, Gunny, we are really excited and banking on last year's second round pick, Mr. Breece Hall. But look, he already tore his knee. So we don't know what he's going to be, man. And I'm not trying to, I'm rooting, man, and I'm believing, and I think we're turning the corner and we're changing the mojo and the energy around here. I'm in. But it does continue. Last year, he was on the course to be the damn rookie of the year. And he ends up getting, out for the season. But let's take a look at this. 2008 to 2020. That's more than 10 years. Okay, all right.
Jeez.
We got Joe Tippmann. All right, so that we'll see how he does. But we got Elijah Moore traded, Denzel Mims traded. We got Marcus May. We know what happened with him. He was good for us, though. He was a good second-round pick. It ended poorly.
Yeah.
But we got Christian Hackenberg. He never played a snap for us. Devin Smith.
Waste.
Let me just say this. I hated the Devin Smith pick.
I don't think many people liked it. I wasn't a fan. I didn't understand that direction.
To be fair, I wanted, what was his name? Jalen Strong, another wide receiver.
Right.
And he didn't do shit either. So who am I? But I was like, Devin Smith, why in the world? But he ended up piercing his lung with his rib in training camp, his first training, and it never stopped from there. Poor guy. He ended up he had somewhat of a career. He bounced around a little bit. Jay Samaro, loved the Jay Samaro pick. I wanted who do I forget, but somebody else, a wide receiver. But I love Jay Samaro. He had a fantastic rookie year for us. We got rid of Rex, and then Bowles came in. And then they didn't like it. He was gone. They cut him, and he never did anything. I don't understand what happened to Jay Samaro, but big fail. Geno Smith, as we know, he's looking good now, 52 years later. And Stephen Hill. Look at that. Stephen Hill. He's another one, right? Another second-round wide receiver.
Oh, man. Come on, Joe. Don't let us down, Joe Tippmann. Come on, Brees.
Joe Tippmann and Brees Hall, baby. We gotta see what's going on with these two guys. What the hell? So, I mean, it goes beyond that. Some of my older heads, remember Alex Van Dyke? Alex Van Dyke in the 1996 draft was widely considered a mid to late round first round pick, right? So he was a mid-first talent wide receiver. We took Keyshawn Johnson with the first overall pick. Alex Van Dyke slid to the second. So we had the first pick in the second round. And when we got Alex Van Dyke, I swear to you, we just signed Neil O'Donnell or whatever the hell it was, maybe the year before. And I was so excited about Keyshawn and Alex Van Dyke. I couldn't believe that we got both of these guys. Alex Van Dyke was a turd sandwich. That's what he was. Remember before that, I think, maybe right after that, Ryan Yarborough. Remember that guy? He was another one. I was like, holy shit, we landed that guy in the second round. Nothing. Garbage. So it's crazy. Dorian Boose. There's another one. You remember Cuca Lake?
I don't even remember Dorian Boose.
Dorian Boose, his rookie season, led the league in sacks in the preseason. Remember that? We were 5-0, I believe, in the preseason that year. And he led the league in sacks. They were talking about him being better than Julius Peppers. Dorian Boose versus Julius Peppers. Anybody?
Wait, that's real?
That's real. That's real. People said there were people coming out there like, the Jets got a better pass rusher than Julius Peppers. It didn't work out that way. Dorian Boose, most of you guys are like, who? We didn't know if his name was Booze or Boose for a little while there because it wasn't like the internet now. We had to read the papers. We didn't know what the hell was going on. We made up our own words. You know what I mean? Nobody was out there telling us how to say things. So it's been a tough go, everybody. Dorian Boose, Devin Smith, Stephen Hill, Alex Van Dyke, Denzel Mims, Elijah Moore. Something's wrong with the second round. We should trade second rounds. Use a fifth and a second to get back in the first or whatever the hell. Just do it. Get out of the second round. When will it stop, Gunny? You think it's a thing? You think it's real or is it just bad luck? Oh, you're on mute for some reason. Did you mute yourself, Gunny?
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Am I tripping? What happened? Oh, there you go. All right.
Is it working? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a curse that we don't know about. At this point, that's a lot of bad mojo. Like going over that list, seeing that list live, I'm like, God, that's ugly. That's a real ugly list. When's the last time besides Brees Hall, when's the last time we had
Jet Freely, David Harris was a good second-round pick. There you go.
that's
That was
right.
back in the
Harris.
Mangini era. All right, we got one. We got one in there.
We'll take
But
that.
I could raise you Kellen Clemens of the Mangini era, right? Kellen Clemens, he was our backup for a while. All right, there's that. I mean, that's positive. Kellen Clemens, the most famous thing with Kellen Clemens, Gunny, is when in the 2010 Hard Knock series, when Tannenbaum brought him in and said, "Hey, we need you to take a pay cut." He was making $750,000. They wanted him to make $500,000. They said, "We have too much money into the quarterback position. You're going to end up being the number 3. You're not the number 2. Mark Brunell's here." And Kellen Clemens puffed out his shit and said, "Well, what if I say no?" And Tannenbaum goes, "I'd cut you." And he goes, "Oh," and he started, "Holy shit. Okay, we're good. This is how it is in here. Okay. Well, can I talk to my wife?" He said, "Can I talk to my wife?" He said, "Yeah, go talk to your wife." He came back the next day and said, "Okay, we're good. I'll take it. I'll take the money. I really like it here." That's what he said. "I really like it here. I want to stay here." Jeremy, Dom C is saying that he can't see the super chat. Let me bring you on real quick. What's going on with the super chats? You can see Dom C.
Were you able to go onto YouTube and monetize the stream? Like,
Yeah.
Assuming you did that. I don't see it either, to be honest. I'm sitting here on my phone, signed in, and there's no $ or way to give a super chat. I mean, I just told everybody they could go to my channel and gift one of my videos a super chat if they want, but I'll buy you a coffee one day if they do. But yeah, I don't know what's going on.
It's strange. So I don't know, man. YouTube, no matter where I go, they're just like, no money for you, dude.
Matt O'Leary is saying he sees it on the desktop.
I'm on a desktop. I don't see it, but I'm on the channel, so I don't know. You guys don't see it? Everybody?
Yeah, Curly just said it gives you the $, but it's only for the membership option, not for a super chat. Actually, let me see.
I didn't even see that, to be honest. But
well, that's weird. I don't know what's going on. Let me tell Ryan. Ryan's our tech guy.
Yeah, I don't see it either on here.
I got to tell Ryan that that's not happening. I don't know where it is. There it is. Let's see, super chats. Now, because I want you guys to be able to do that too, man. Like, believe me, last week that people were like, "What the hell's going on?" All right. Anywho, so let's break into Jamie and Sherwood. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it. Let's break into Jamie and Sherwood. So, Finnegan, you got a little couple Sherwood things here. Let me see. That one is this one. No, let me see this. Let me see what he put up here for us. That's not it. Okay. All right. Well, look, so you guys know I've been talking about Jamie and Sherwood for a minute. Now, last year, he was our backup, right? He was the first guy in when CJ Mosley went off the field. So there was a few situations where CJ Mosley went off the field. Sherwood comes in. A lot of times when a backup comes in, Gunny, especially young guys, they don't really make an impact. They just kind of fill a space and maybe make a tackle or whatever. But Sherwood came in for 3 straight plays, and he made 3 straight tackles the first time he came in. Then a little bit later, he comes in for 2 plays. He makes 2 tackles. He made, I think it was 20. He had 25 snaps. How many tackles does he have? 17 in 25 snaps, 10 solo, something like that. So the guy comes in, and immediately he's making an impact. He's kind of the guy on the defense. So there's that, right? So you see this guy. We know Saleh likes him. He said things his rookie year before he tore his Achilles that he said things like, "Trust me, this guy belongs." So he compared him to Fred Warner a little bit, and so he's a converted safety to linebacker. So yeah, you got to give it a second, right? And then the injury. But so now, one of the things we noticed this year, a couple of things. One is there's articles coming out from the Jets about Jamie and Sherwood. Like they're writing these exposés on Jamie and Sherwood, which is interesting. Okay. Now I'm guaranteeing that the first episode of One Jets Drive, one of the first 2 episodes, we're going to see Jamie and Sherwood stuff. I'm telling you, I feel it. But that aside, we already know they're putting articles about him out. And they've made him available for interviews. He's getting sound bites. Remember the thing where he said, I know I'm at the bottom. I got to work my way up. A lot of Jets fans thought that he wasn't confident. They didn't like that comment. Why is he saying he's at the bottom? What kind of shit is that? He should say he's the best. I think it was way taken out of context. He's saying, what am I going to do? Compare myself? I mean, I have 25 snaps. What am I going to say? So he's saying, I got to work my way up. He also said that line, but a hungry wolf is more dangerous. A hungry wolf climbing the mountain is more dangerous. So I like that, right? It sounds good. But then I go, look, I'm looking for my Quinnen Williams jersey right after they extend Q. I'm looking for the Quinnen Williams jersey online on the Jet shop. And you know what I stumble across, Gunny? I stumble across Jamie Sherwood on the website. Now, it's not like the old days where they only had like 3 jerseys available, like Curtis Martin, Vinny Testaverde, Kevin Mawai. Like that was it, you know? Now they got more. So they have the old guys, the Gastineaus, the Kleckos, they have Toon. They even have some of the lesser known, you know, like the Conklins of the world. They have a little bit more of a wide array, but they have no backups on the site, right? They have no second string mid-round pick guys on the. And I see Jamie and Sherwood. Now, what does that tell? That speaks. They're putting them out. They're writing stories. They're doing all this stuff. They got his jersey for sale. Then CJ Mosley comes out yesterday, and he's talking about Jamie and Sherwood being a stud. Oh, you got to wait till you see Jamie and Sherwood. This is going to be the year. And then today, there were comments about Quan Alexander not coming back, right? Hold on. So, what do you think about this? Look, a lot of Jets fans want Quan Alexander back, right?
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised. I think Quan Alexander is an easy option here. It's an easy choice. He adds another layer to the linebacker core. Security in case anybody does go down, you know what I'm saying, knock on wood. In a year where you're trying to go ahead and of course make a run, you can't leave any weaknesses or holes on your roster if you can or have the ability to plug them. And in this situation, we have Quan Alexander wanting to be a Jet, been very, very vocal about being a Jet. And we're not making that move. So to me, it just leads me to believe that they really, really do believe Jamie has come through. Like he's come a long way and that he's ready to go ahead and put it all together this season. You don't take that kind of a risk when you're in this win now kind of a window, win now kind of a mode, unless you know for a fact the person that you're comfortable with can elevate, you know what I'm saying, that group. Because personally, I still want Quan. I won't lie. I still want Quan. I would like to have a safety blanket, you know what I'm saying, for that linebacker room. But if they're this confident that Sherwood, like he's that dude, like he can now play at this level. I mean, he's athletic, you know what I'm saying? He's fast. He's got the range. But once the bullets start flying, you know what I'm saying, can he go ahead and be consistent? So I'm worried about it. I won't lie. I am worried about it. But something tells me that Coach Sala knows a little bit more about defense than I do. So I'm willing to trust the judgment because we saw the massive step the defense took from year 1 to year 2 under his coaching. So yeah, it seems like Quan Alexander is not going to be a Jet based off of everything we're getting from training camp.
Well, I'll tell you what, look, nervous is understandable, right? But you got to remember something. Especially with Aaron Rodgers saying it's not a 1-year thing. I can really appreciate the nerves if if it's a 1-year Aaron Rodgers thing, right? If Aaron Rodgers is going to be here for 1 year, it's spooky to think, why are we taking risks? Like, just bring a Quan Alexander back for $2 million or whatever it would take. And I understand that. Now, I'm not even against bringing Quan Alexander back. Let Sherwood kind of get the playing time ahead of him and whatever packages that they have. And if Sherwood does falter, then you got Quan Alexander to fall back on, right? But don't forget, they drafted Zaire Barnes. They probably like him. They want to keep him on the squad. So there's an ebb and flow to this thing. The best case scenario, everybody, and this maybe will help Gunny out too, right? The best case scenario is that you have a team that can develop talent from the mid to late rounds, that they can
Yes.
develop these guys, that they don't come right in. They don't have to come. We're not depending on a 5th round linebacker named Blake Cashman to start. You know what I mean? And be great. Be great,
Yeah.
Blake. Come on, bless on Austin. You know, like those types of things, which is what we've been seeing for so many years. We're hoping our 6th round picks are good enough to start right away. What you really want is you want to have these guys in there when you bring in a mid to late round pick, that you're able to develop them. Clearly they slid to that, part in the draft because there's inadequacy. There's something that they need to work on. There's something that's not quite there. So you want to have a team that can develop them. And at some point, year 2, year 3, you want them to be able to step in and be your starter, so you can let the guys go that aren't elite like a Quinnen Williams and want big money. Like the Jets for many years are famous for giving big money to non-elite guys. Yes, they're good. Avery Williamson, I loved Avery Williamson, but he wasn't an elite guy, but we paid him as an elite guy to get him here. And he had a very good year for us. It's not to say anything like that, but he's not Ray Lewis, man. He's not an elite linebacker. And we're clogging up the arteries with mid to, like average to slightly above average guys. And our salary cap's all spent because we got all these guys. The way that you want to do it is to let an older guy like a Quan Alexander go, even though he's only here for 1 year, but you let him go and you have a young, snarling buck ready to come in and prove to the world that he can make it. And you have all the faith in the world because he's yours. You know him better than everybody. Yeah. You developed him. He's your guy. Jamie Sherwood is that guy. And don't forget, guys, Quan Alexander since 2016 has never made it through a season. Right? He made it through last season because he played less than 50% of the snaps. If you do the same thing with Jamie Sherwood, like he's not an every down backer that you're depending on. The Jets defense is really predicated on all these rotations and moves and different alignments. It's not really dependent on a base defense on the field the whole time, other than, a lot of, the Sauce Gardners of the world. He's out there a lot. But I think at one point, like Jordan Whitehead was he was the only guy that had 100% of the snaps or something like that at some point last year. So it's a healthy thing to do. I understand the concern, but shit, man, when that guy came in, he was looking pretty damn good on an NFL field in real NFL action. He didn't look like, he wasn't shy. He wasn't nervous. He was like, you got to give him a second. We didn't have to do that. With him. Knobcraft is the newest Talking Jets OnlyFans member. Welcome to the club.
What's up, Knob?
We always get asked if it's a foot fetish club. No. Maybe it'll develop. We don't think so. No, I don't know.
In time. Well, identity will be revealed.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We don't know what benefits. Knobcraft, I know, is a freaky deek, but we'll see. I don't know your exact freak, Knobcraft, but we'll see if we can align our deals. But anyway, yes. Oh, look at this. You were able to do it. Testing. How'd you do that?
It's working. I saw Matt O'Leary post something in the messages saying that it's up and running. So I just jumped in there real quick to make sure it's working. So
Matt went in and fixed it.
That we're trying. Yeah, Matt fixed it.
Let me see. What'd you do, O'Leary? How come he's not answering me immediately?
He did. He just hit you. He just hit you with a little eggplant emoji. I fixed it. I am God. He has responded.
He fixed it. All right. Well, thank you. I want to remind everybody we got Jets Chaos. What the hell is his name? Jets Lounge. Oh yeah, Jets Chaos from the Jets Lounge. Well, he's flashing lights. I got to go in the chat. Did I miss something? You want me to put you up here? All right, hold on. Here comes Jets Lounge.
I just want to say really quickly to anyone with a phone that wants to give a super chat, it didn't work for me until I kind of closed out and went back in. So if you want to give a super chat and it's not working, it's because you have to come out and you have to go back in. Like at least on the phone, I had to do that.
Yeah, they're flowing now. Super chats are
they're coming in now. So I got to get busy. So
Jeremy's going to work. All right, Jeremy, that's his job. All right, Jeremy. Thank you, my friend.
You
I
got it.
appreciate your presence in my life. You know, Jeremy sent me all kinds of texts today about Aldi. So I don't know what I'd do without Jeremy. Or I'm sorry, Jets Chaos. No longer Jeremy. All right, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. No longer Jeremy. All right, let's see this. So continuing on Jamie and Sherwood real quick. Here's the CJ Mosley quote. Thank you, Finnegan. I'm going to throw it in the chat real quick and put it up there, and then we'll start getting some super chats. Thank you for the super chat, Gunny.
No problem, brother. No problem.
And hey, O'Leary, thank you, man. I wonder, I got to talk to you after this and see what I know. I turned everything on, but clearly not the right way. So we'll see. But thank you, and I would love to bend your ear and find out what it was. So CJ Mosley was asked about potential breakout players on the Jets defense, and says he thinks Jamie and Sherwood has a really good chance to show what he's all about. Says he's a playmaker. So now, not only does he have Robert Saleh and Jeff Ulbrich behind them, but he's got the leader of our defense, CJ Mosley. Now, look, CJ Mosley works very closely with Jamie and Sherwood. That's his boy. True. That's his backup, right? So, dude, what a great group of guys to be mentoring this guy, this young linebacker. CJ Mosley, Jeff Ulbrich, Robert Saleh, all linebacker experts. You know what I mean? Not a bad gig. He's got a good setup. This Jamie and Sherwood.
Yeah, I think Coach Saleh played linebacker as well, too. So
that's right. Ulbrich did.
That helps.
Ulbrich played linebacker in the NFL.
Yeah.
So
that's
not bad.
Yeah.
Radovan Merkovic with tonight's first official super chat. Gunny was first, but he was a tester. So thank you, Gunny.
Yeah, look,
but Radovan checking in. Michael Carter II has to be one of our best late round picks in recent years. Guy is an excellent slot cornerback. Now, I want to say I agree with you, but remember what the Jets did in 2021. They drafted Michael Carter, Brandon Echols. We had Bryce Hall from the year before, and they just took all these young guys and they threw them out there and said, you're starting. Remember, we cut less on Austin, and everybody went nuts. We got all these. Well, who the hell's going to start? Remember that? And the Jets are like, whatever, dude. We're not winning shit this year. We're just going to see what these kids have. We're going to get them viable NFL experience. And Michael Carter ends up being a starting level slot corner in the NFL. And he's good too. Don't forget, he would have had a pick 6 last year too against the Patriots, which would have won the game. That was the nail in the coffin. That was the turning point of the game. And that game was the turning point of the season. So it shouldn't have been, but it was. When John Franklin Myers put his fingers on poor, sad crybaby Mac Jones, they decided to take away the pick 6, give the Patriots 15 yards, and instead of being 7 points for us, it ended up being 3 points for them, and the rest is history. So Michael Carter II is a stud. What do you think of Michael Carter II? You think we can improve that? There's a few Jets fans I've talked to this offseason that don't think they think he's middling. He's average, and we could probably upgrade the position. What do you think, Gunny? How you feeling about Michael Carter II? You think his trajectory is still going up? Do you like what you see? Where do you stand on this guy?
Yeah, I like what I see. He's proven to be a steal, if you ask me. Proven to be a steal. Ability to go ahead and do damage at that slot cornerback position. Slot receiver, I think, is one of the more difficult positions to guard on the field, and he's done it exceptionally well. And he's still young, still learning. He's only getting better with more reps. And you put him next to guys like Sauce Gardner and DJ, who are going to continue to push him to want to elevate his game, because those two are two top cornerbacks in the NFL. You can only get better when you have that kind of competition in that room. I love his trajectory. I think he could potentially be a top slot corner in the NFL. The way he's going, he's almost there. I agree. He was an excellent pick for us. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't see it coming. I didn't see him being this good, but I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember when they picked him. It was a confusing draft for me. I thought we were going to go totally different way. Number one, we drafted Zach Wilson, which I wasn't exactly I wasn't as excited as a lot of other people. Let me say it that way. I was like, okay, if this is the guy they want, I trust them. Go and do what you got to do. But I didn't love Zach Wilson. You guys remember, I got my head chopped off. People called me a hater and all this other kinds of stuff. And I'm rooting for him, right? And I'm even rooting for him now. So it is what it is. But started with Zach Wilson. Then we traded up for AVT, which I loved the player, but I didn't want to give away our 2/3, right? That was just, we got a 4th back, so that helped me. But I didn't want to give away the 2/3. I thought we should have waited. There was some other offensive linemen there. So it was a confusing draft. I loved that we got AVT. Loved the player. That was fine. But then in the second round, we decided to go with Elijah Moore, which was confusing. I forget who I wanted there, but it was a different position entirely. And then, but again, I liked the Elijah Moore pick. And then we went into who we get in the 3rd. No, we didn't have any 3rd, so that pissed me off. Yeah. And then we went into the 4th, and we got Michael Carter, the running back. Then when we got Michael Carter, the 2nd, I thought it was, I didn't understand. I was like, wait a minute. We already took Michael Carter. Why
are we picking him again?
Like, who do we pick? I don't understand. But yeah, and then we went with Pinnock and Sherwood. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, safety. They called Pinnock a safety. They called Sherwood a safety. They called Nasruddin a safety. I'm like, why are we taking so many safeties? I don't know what's happening. So it was confusing, and I didn't know what to make of some of these guys. I didn't like the Pinnock pick. I'll be honest. Sherwood was fine. I really liked Nasruddin in the 6th. I wonder what he's going to end up being. I thought he would. If they're out of the 2, I thought Nasruddin was more of a straight line to doing something than Sherwood, but he hasn't really materialized. I still like the player. I don't know what he's going to end up being or if he'll even make the squad this year. But interesting draft, man. But Michael Carter II is really, I mean, look, you got ABT. We don't know what Zach is gonna be. We know what he is. We don't know what he's gonna be. But the AVT is a stud if he can make it through the season. Obviously, Elijah Moore is gone. And Michael Carter, I believe, is going to be fine. I think, we got to stop being so quick to judgment. We had no offensive line, no quarterback. Like, let's just calm down on Michael Carter. We know he's a good back. So hopefully he can have a resurgence. I lost Gunny. Look at that. Am I alone right now, Jeremy? Can you see me? All right. Am I here? Okay. That's good. So anyway, Michael Carter, one of the best later round picks. I agree, Radovan Mirkovic. I think he's an exciting guy. We look at that. Sauce Gardner, Michael Carter II, DJ Reed. I'm real happy with those guys. Knobcraft, I think he's seconding Matt O'Leary's claim that he is somehow a deity. And I'm with you on I'm with you on your prowess. Deity, I gotta look further into this. I gotta look into some of my scrolls and tomes to see if they mention O'Leary in any way. You have any other names, O'Leary, that you go by? Gunny says his power just went out in his house. Poor Gunny. Get those candles out, Gunny. I don't even know if he can hear me. He's got no power. Let me see. Let me respond to him. All right. Let me just say, damn, man, to Gunny. All right. So there he is. So it's all right. I can hang out here. Finnegan's flight crew checking in. As we know, Finnegan's in the back with us today, helping us out. We're grateful to have Finnegan as a part of the Thursday Thick of It crew. He's been helping. So this is great. He says 80s throwback jersey fund. Oh, so are you insinuating I should get my Quinnen Williams jersey in throwback, Finnegan? Is that what you're saying? I can see you. So if you want to nod, I can see you. Oh, that's what he's saying. See, you can't see Jeremy. Jeremy can't see you, but I can see both of you. So that's how Jeremy gets me. He shines a flashlight. He goes, hey, something's happening. That's what he says. I'm starving. That's what he says. Well, thank you, Finnegan. I only need $605 now for my new jersey. Well, I tell you, the Quinnen Williams jersey thing is bothersome. I want you guys to know that. I went online. Now, as you guys know, I have no problem with DH Gate or any of these other. If you want to buy a jersey and save a few bucks, by all means, especially when you're buying a bunch, you want to, save a few bucks and get a few jerseys. More power to you. But when they re-signed Quinnen Williams, I like to show my support, right? So like specifically to moves, I'm very weird like in this way. I'm stuck on all these value systems I have, right? I won't support if they have a bad coach or they, whatever. I won't give them $1. As soon as they do something I like, okay, I'll buy a hat. All right, that's good enough for a hat. That's good enough for a shirt. I'm not a jersey. You signed Quinnen Williams to an extension. who I think is my favorite player on the Jets right now. I think I'm a Quinnen Williams guy. So I want to give my money to the Jets. That's what I want to do. So I want to go to the Jet shop. If they have nothing available, no white, no green, and they have black and small and triple X, what the hell am I supposed to do? Triple X hasn't interested me in years. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to do there. So it's kind of screwy. So maybe that's what they're doing, Finnegan. Maybe they're going to wait and release it all, Quinnen and Garrett and Sauce and the new. They're going to try to make a boatload of cash real quick, and I'll be sucked into that one. That's fine. That's fine. I'm hoping that they move away from these jerseys full time. So if we do buy the legacy jersey, then we'll do it that way. Now, speaking of legacy jerseys, I want to mention something, you guys. You see this thing right here? See this? I just got this in the mail 2 days ago. This is an actual painting. All right, this is an actual painting of the greatest pass rusher of all time. I don't give a shit what anybody says. This is the greatest pass rusher of all time, Mark Gastineau. This is from Jetsfan UK. All right, you guys can see him on Instagram or Twitter. What's his name on Funkadelic? All right. He sent this to me in the mail. He had it hand painted from the UK, and it arrived just the other day. And I'm loving it. I love it. I will cherish this thing forever, unless something happens. Of course, a Baltimore dog comes and chews it. Other than that, this thing is going to be with me for the rest of my life. I love it. I'm grateful. You guys are the best. And it's right there for now. I'm going to officially hang it up. But that's what the jersey looks like. So I'm all about going back to my roots and getting some of those in. Unrelated question checking in. He says, what are the OnlyFans perks? GreenBean feet pics? Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're sending out toes, man. Well, right now, we're developing him. So, this channel's in its infancy, right? This is Matt O'Leary, Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7, and myself. And we've pulled over here to move the Talking Jets panel and a few other things over here. We're trying to create this thing for you guys that's a little bit more specific and refined, and we're going to make it more robust as we go through the offseason into the season. And things like ticket buys, get-togethers, all those kinds of things are going to come through this site, this channel, and our website. The link is in the description. If you guys want to get in our ticket buy for November 6th against the Chargers, Monday Night Football. It's going to be an amazing time. I hope you guys join us. But maybe in the future, one of those perks is some sort of crazy wackiness that Unrelated Questions talking about. Mitt Flair checking in. Cheers to O'Leary coming in here and fixing stuff. Yeah, man. Right. Thanks to Matt O'Leary. I guess the channel is in its infancy, as I said. I turned everything on. I guess we didn't go in there and actually turn that on specifically. So Matt O'Leary did it. What a magic man. And Matt's prowess is underrated, man. He gives everybody lots of credit, but I'm going to give some credit to Matt O'Leary. Right, Mitt? He's the dude. Project Prospect with Dom C taking up the whole screen. Thank you, Dom. Dom, as you know, is a breakdown draft guru that we like to utilize often, his expertise. You guys know and love him by now. If you don't, you really should check out Dom C. Follow him on Twitter. He releases videos on GreenBean right now, GreenBean Jets fan, but he's also going to be doing some great things. Dom's going to end up being a scout for an NFL team in the near future. I know it, and we're really glad to have him around. What does he say? Okay, boys, some are concerned about safety. So here is a question for both. Well, Gunny's not here, so I'll try to use both. Two of my personalities will answer this for you, Dom. Okay, 2 of the 12 guys that live in my head will answer this. He says you can choose one former New York Jet in his prime to play this year with this squad. Who are you selecting? That's the first guy you said is the first guy that came to my mind with this team. Eric McMillan, Victor Green, or Kerry Rhodes. With this squad, because I'm all about Victor Green. I love Victor Green. But with this squad, the other 2 guys would be a better fit. Now, I'll tell you, I also liked Kerry Rhodes, but Kerry Rhodes had some showboaty which is why he wasn't a Jet anymore. Rex Ryan wasn't having it. That's my personal opinion. I think I'm right, though. They jettisoned Kerry Rhodes for that reason. And so he'd be good too. But I would go with Eric McMillan. I have to say, I would go. You guys, some of the young guys have no idea who Eric McMillan is. Eric McMillan was an interception machine. Now he had a nose for the ball. He was a good tackler. He kind of fell off. He had a short-ish career, 5 years or so, something like that. But man, oh man, was he great when he was great. And I loved Eric McMillan, and I would love to see an Eric McMillan in his prime on this squad. Geesh. Somebody out there just plucking balls from the air, Dom. That would be amazing. What do you think? Hey, Finnegan, I'll bring you on. I want to get, do you know anything about Eric McMillan? Let me bring Finnegan on real quick. Here.
I do not. I was born in 2000, so a little bit before my time, but I just pulled up his stats. I mean, in 1988, 8 interceptions and 2 touchdowns. Like,
what do you think of that guy?
We don't even know what that's like.
Right. 8 interceptions for the defense would be pretty damn good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Now, do you know anything? What about Kerry Rhodes? That's before you too, I guess. No, 2010.
No,
he was around.
No, yeah. So I started watching in about 2008. So my first 3 years of being a Jets fan were pretty good. And then it all went downhill from there. But
you had some fun early on, didn't you?
Yeah. Thought, man, this is awesome being a Jets fan. And then little did I know.
That's how we get you. That's what every 10 years we have 3 good years or so, and then we get a whole bunch of fans, and then we're trapped.
Yep.
That's the way it goes. Not anymore. Not anymore. We're doing it the right way, Finny. All right, thanks, buddy. Let me see what Jeremy thinks on this one. Jeremy remembers all these guys. Jeremy, if you had to pick one of these cats with this squad, who are you going with?
I understand your sentiment for McMillan because he was around at a time where we literally had nothing. I mean, we had
James Hasty.
Yeah, no, secondary. That's what we had. We had some guys in the secondary, and that gave us some excitement in those years. But look, I have kind of a bias towards Victor Green because me and some friends actually got to meet and hang out with him, and he was really cool. And ever since then, I've really loved Victor Green because he's a great guy. So that's and he was fantastic. Also, he was really great. He was a great leader out there. I really liked him, so I would go with Victor Green. But I like McMillan. McMillan was a stud athlete, man. He definitely was. He definitely got us the ball. He created turnovers. I kind of feel like his prime was wasted on being Jet because he could have been a really good weapon for a great team.
Yeah, Victor Green though is he falls right into that because he was like an amazing box safety. You know what I mean? He was like a run stuff and just animal. So he's kind of redundant a little bit, I mean, I'd rather have him than Jordan Whitehead, to be honest with you. But if
that's actually a good point for today's team. For today's team, we would be better off with McMillan because we need a pass covering safety, like a free safety. So
that's why I'm going with Eric McMillan. But all right, thank you, Jeremy. There he goes. So great question, Dom. That's some good stuff. GreenBean is the Jets historian. Thank you, Frankie. When we open the Jets Historical Library, GreenBean will be there. That'll be my job. They'll be like, we'll pay you $4 an hour. Stand here. Like, all right. It is my expertise, so I guess I'm just fucking gonna stand here. Welcome to the Jets History Museum. That's what I'll do for the rest of my life. Like, hey, GreenBean, who was the best 4th string running back in the 80s? That's the kind of shit I'll be doing, Frankie. And I'd love it. I would love it. Jason Edwards, one of the newest members of the Talking Jets channel, OnlyFans, says Michael Clemens holding Lucille was epic, like Raw. Well, there's 2 takes to this, Jason. Let me ask the chat what you guys think of this, okay? What do you think? So now you see it first glance, you look at Michael Clemens with his shirt off. He's looking ripped. He's got a barbed wire covered baseball bat, Lucille from The Walking Dead, from what I understand. I never watched The Walking Dead, so I don't know. You know why? Because once I started paying attention, people were like, the last 3 seasons sucked. So I'm like, all right, why do I want to get into something that sucks? It's like Lost. Everybody was all pissed off. Like, I don't like to watch what's popular. It's just a weird thing that I get stuck. You know, I'm always behind I watch things later, except Game of Thrones. I was into that. But so it's like Lost. Everybody's like, oh, it's fucking bullshit. It's frustrating. And then they watch the next season and they go, it sucks. They don't tell me anything. So I'm like, why would I want to go into that? So anyway, I don't know anything about The Walking Dead, but it looked cool as shit, right? He's walking up. He's all Michael Clemens' face with the baseball bat and he's ripped. And that's great. And then some other people chime in and go, what the hell's going on? Like, that's clearly planned theatrics, right? Like, what's going on? Is this the Hard Knocks effect? Is it a negative? Is it like, because then Will McDonald shows up with what do you call it? Slippers? I mean, what the slippers and socks, which when I was younger, that was called an old man. That was grandpa look. Now it's all the rage. My son does it. He goes, no, he wears it to school. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You can't wear that. What do you think? He's like, no, everybody does it. I don't understand. Flip-flop or slippers and socks. Slides? Is that what they are? I don't even know. But he shows up on a skateboard. Our first round pick shows up on a skateboard in flip-flops, and the other guy shows up with no shirt on and a barbed wire covered baseball bat. Like, from the outside looking in, like, I'm all homered up. I'm training camp. I can't get enough. I'm just stuffing my face full of Jet stuff. I'm all excited. But when you take a second, what the hell is going on, right? So what is all this stuff? So what do you guys think about this? Jason, it is epic. I'm with you. I felt the same thing. But is it corny? Is it bad? Is it are they showing up for Hard Knocks? Is this are they getting caught up just like some of the people who were concerned about Hard Knocks, myself included? I had some concerns. I didn't want Hard Knocks. I'll be real honest with you guys. Let me move this. Is that better? Is that the wrong way? Let me do this way. Oh. Yeah, I've been off center all night. It's been bothering the living hell out of me. I'm like a quarter inch off. I'm like, there you go. I'm better. Is it bad? Is this bad news? Is this the beginning of like a showboaty kind of thing? What do you guys think? Are they developing their characters? I don't know. I think Ryan rocks the Adidas slides with socks. Well, Ryan's 15 years old, so that makes sense. He's like, right? Ryan's a younger generation than me. I'm clearly older. I'm an old man. Like, again, when I was young, slides, is that what they were called? Slippers to me. So now they're got a cooler name, slides. That sounds kind of cool. Hey, throw on your slides. Let's get out of here. Okay, that sounds better than, hey, put on your slippers and let's go to the club. It doesn't make much sense. So I get that, but I don't know. Maybe it's cool. I mean, my son seems to think it is. So I don't know. But let me see what you guys think in the chat. Phil says it's a little cheesy. A little bit cheesy, but he's a Jet, right? We're going to support him. A little cheesy. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Jets let security go home when Clemens walked. Yeah, right. That's the positive side. It's like Michael Clemens. Now, the HBO cameras were right there. They're going to say, now we were all talking about Michael Clemens being like kind of the unsung, the unforeseen star of Hard Knocks. He's just got this weird, very unique personality that's very attractive. Like you just want to look at this guy. You know what I mean? He's scary looking. He's just unique, right? But then he shows up with a baseball bat, and it's kind of, be honest, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see it coming with Michael Clemens. So I don't know. Don't I look right? You would think I watched Walking Dead, but I didn't, Rico. I didn't. Let me see what you guys. Clemens creating a mystique from Mr. Hepburn. All right. Well, that's good. Fungus Among Us agrees with me. I don't know what I said, though. I was kind of all over the place. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this Clemens thing. Frankie says Clemens is our enforcer. Right on. Like, that's the thing. Like, look, here's the good news. On the field, there's no one in the world. If you watch Michael Clemens at all, you cannot not take a single thing away from him as far as his effort, his work ethic, his intensity, his ability. Like dude, I mean, even they put him on kickoffs and he's sprinting. He's like Happy Gilmore. Remember the guy at the end? What was the guy? Gun? What the hell was the guy? Shooter McGavin. Remember that guy at the end of fucking Happy Gilmore? Shooter. He was the James Bond villain. You want to hear something funny, Jeremy? I James Bond villain. You remember the guy? You remember Superman 2, the original one with the 3 villains from the nether realm or whatever the hell, the mirror? Remember the guy that didn't talk? I used to snort coke with that guy. Well, actually, it's funny because he didn't snort it, but he hung out, and you know why he didn't snort it? He said, "You think what you have is cocaine?" That's what he said. He goes, "I wouldn't touch your garbage." Now, if you had real cocaine, he said, "Where'd you get that? Harlem, Spanish Harlem?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Mine comes from Colombia, direct." I was like, oh, "Okay, all right, it's true, true story." Anywho, let's see. Clemens is going to go off this year. I love it, Cy. I have to admit, I am excited about Clemens. Now, the move to the interior, I always get nervous when they move players around, right? I have to admit I do. We've seen it blow up a lot of times. Like what's popping in my head is when we moved Sheldon Richardson. We tried to make a guy who was clearly a dominant defensive line. We moved him to the outside linebacker position. And it's just kind of weird, right? Like we just move these guys around, and not everybody's Joe Klecko. You can't just move guys around and then they're just the same impact. So moving Michael Clemens from defensive end to the interior, it's a little bit risky, but he puts on the weight, he puts on the muscle, and his work ethic and intensity and all that's there. So it could be a great move. I think that moving his skill set to the inside could be a really, really positive move. Coming in when Quinning goes off the field, just stick Michael Clemens in there on a first down or something like that and watch what he does. I'm excited about Michael Clemens. I must admit, a 4th-round pick. It's not every day that we get excited about 4th-round picks. Now, that particular draft, we have Max Mitchell and Michael Clemens. Both. It's exciting, man. It's exciting. It's an exciting draft class, that one. We obviously had the 2 rookies of the year, offensive and defense, in Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner, respectively. Then you follow that with Breece Hall, who we're still really high on, but another 2nd-round pick, and he's already got the knee injury, so we must be careful. You can't just throw him in there. People were upset that he started camp on the PUP list. I say good, man. Just slow roll with this guy. He's running, he's doing some stuff, but keep him away from any potential contact and all that stuff. And let's just slow roll this guy. Even if he's not ready for the beginning of the season, if he's not ready, he's not ready, man. Yes, I want him there for Buffalo. I want to beat the Bills week 1 like nobody's business. That is a priority. But if Breece Hall's not, I'd rather have him for 14 games of the season going into the end than have him for 5 games in the beginning and watch him have a second career, a season-ending injury. Wait till he's a hundo. You like that? Say hundo, slides, hundo. I'm fucking cooking tonight, man. I'm sounding young and hip, Jeremy. That's what I'm doing. All right, let's see what we got here. What Ryan asked if I was ready for, I didn't see it. Let me see. I'm gonna be hitting Jets practice on the 30th with Ryan and O'Leary, and I told Ryan I'm gonna be sleeping at his house. So I think he's in. He's asked if I'm ready for the sleepover. That's funny. But yeah, I'm fucking come hang out. I'll help watch the little one. You guys can go out. I'm good with kids. You guys can go out, have a good night. I'll play with the kid all night. Go have a night out. I'll do that. See, I don't have little babies anymore. Now, be honest with you, I don't necessarily want little babies anymore, but I love to play with them. A couple hours, sure, man. I'm good. Yeah, I'm one of the best couple hours with little kids in the world, man. I am on that wavelength, dude. I can hang out with on the kids level for a few hours, and then I'm like, here you go. And I go back to having teenagers all pissed off and nobody likes me. That's my role these days. Edward Ziff checking in. You like the 80s throwbacks? I do. But here's the thing. Yeah, let me be real honest with you guys. I'm more excited about the helmet, right? Now, I just hope that they keep the Gotham green, because I don't like the 80s, that like kind of matte Kelly green. Remember that helmet? I didn't love that. I thought it looked plastic and fake. Even then, I was like, I don't love the color of our helmet. Like, I love green. I'm all about the green. There are Jets fans that don't want the green. They want us to phase it out. Last year when Saleh didn't like the green jersey and all that shit, I'm not with that, man. We got to honor the green, all right? But it's the type of green. Like, I love the green, like this green, like these jerseys, right? Here's my Mo Lewis jersey. I love this green. And I happen to like Gotham green. I just don't like the logo is weak. Let's be real, right? It's fine. I don't hate it like some others, but come on. It's nothing to write home about. You know, it's nothing great. The Jets logo from the 80s with the jet swoosh over the top is creative. It's nice. It's sleek. It's something. And I'd prefer that. So I'm happy to get the helmet back. The problem I have is this was an opera. All right, you're going to go back and just go legacy, throwback, fine. But I thought we had an opportunity for the white helmet with the 80s, 90s logo on it. Dude, the melding of the two worlds in beautiful, harmonious bliss. I thought we should have did that. I don't know who runs this shit. Like, I don't know who the guys are. Like, I don't know who's in charge, Ed. Like, why don't they get it? How come it takes so long? Like, why can't you just do, it's like what the Bengals did, right? They like Bengals, there's a Bengal tiger. Their helmets are cool. I know some people think it's corny. I'm not on that. I think the Bengals probably have the best helmet in the NFL, in my opinion. Other than the Jets classy white helmet I love that helmet. But the Bengals got a great helmet. But so what did they do when they did their alternate? They did a white Bengal tiger. Why? Because it makes sense. And it's like a capturing of the opportunity, right? And you got the white, and it's different, but it's the same, and it's cool. And I think that the Jets, our two greatest coaches ever, Bill Parcells and Weeb Eubank, both said the white helmet helps the quarterback on the green field. Having a green helmet, it might not be that big of a deal, but it's this much. That meant that football is a game of inches and seconds, right? And if you can just help him out with the white helmet, like they both said it in two different eras. Bill Parcells switched back to the white helmet, and that's what he said. Why would we discount that and go back to the green? I don't understand it. To me, it doesn't make any sense. And okay, we had this opportunity. We went black. Okay, I'm into it. I don't hate the black. I like the black. I know a lot of Jets fans don't. I like it. But I still think white helmets on a green field, it's all about success for me. And I think it's great. So you take the 80s, 90s logo, you stick it on the white helmet, and everybody's happy, including the friggin' quarterback and the wide receivers, who the quarterback can see clearly just blazing down the green field, little white blotch, little white ball, throw it to me. And that's what we want to see. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. He was Jaws. Right. That guy was Jaws. Good shooter. He was Jaws in Bond. Didn't he bite the wire? Or that was Jaws 2, the shark. Didn't he do that? That was something like that happened. He did something. It's been a long time since I've seen those movies. All right, let's see what we got. Finnegan checking in. He says, let me see. Putting throwback Jets decals. Yeah, all right. So here, let me put this up there. Thank you, Finnegan. Let's put this up there real quick about the helmets. So they're doing the white face masks, which is interesting, right? And then I'll get to these super chats I see there. He says New York will complete the look by putting throwback Jets decals and a white face mask on its standard Gotham green helmet. Okay, good. Marking the first time that logo has appeared on their helmets since 1997. That was Keyshawn Johnson's rookie year. That was Neil O'Donnell. We were a 9-7 squad, just missed the playoffs. Remember that, guys? Who remembers? I remember. Ron, do you remember? GreenBean, I like the gas to know picture. Where did you get it? Well, this was sent to me. This is actually, I was just talking about it, Ron. I think you may have missed it. This is a painting that was made for me, which is just, I mean, come on. It's great. So it's an artist on Instagram. You know what I'll do next week? I'll put the artist's information in there. We should, if you're into it, give her some love on Instagram. She did a great job, but it's sent to me by Funkadelic or Jetsfan UK. It's amazing. I'm telling you, man. Look, listen to this. A box showed up in my house. I didn't recognize where it was sent from. It was weird black tape all over it. It was like Fort Knox. It took me 5 solid minutes to get into this package. About 2 minutes in, I'm thinking it's going to be somebody got like a naked picture of me or something. You know what I mean? Fucking, some weird. I thought it was something. I was like, bomb. I don't know what I got nervous. I'm like, what is this? I have no idea where it's coming from. I don't know what it is. Again, it was like electrical tape all over it. Like, it was just like wrapped in electrical tape. Inside of it, it had, that carpet padding? It had carpet padding wrapped in plastic, wrapped around another box inside. I'm like, this is trouble. I don't know what this is. I'm going to keep opening it. It's going to be a little tiny thing in there that says, go screw. Go F yourself. That's what's going to be, something like that. But I opened it up and it was this. So I'll show you guys again. These are the jerseys we're about to re-release. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. Look at this thing. Oh, my gosh. I'm so grateful. You guys are the best, man. Truly. The best. So, yeah, Ron, it's good stuff, man. Thank you for the super chat. Chris KV checking in. He says, anyone know of a good Jets fan club or bar in the Nashville area? There's no way I can enjoy this season with just my wife and kids. Hey, Finnegan, do me a favor. Look up Jets fan clubs in the United States. There's actually a site that has them all listed. Now, I don't know how often they've updated, but when I was traveling, I had actually contacted a few of them, and I was gonna hook up. There was one in San Diego I was hooking up with. There was one in Arizona I was hooking with. Then I ended up changing the trip, and I didn't do it, but before the season or whatever. So it didn't happen, but they're all over the place. And I've been to Jets fan club here in Virginia. Obviously, I was a member of the South Florida Jets fan club. There's a robust fan. There's a bunch down there, man. There's fan clubs like South Florida is in Davie, like Fort Lauderdale area. Then there's one in West Palm. Then there's one in Orlando. Like they're everywhere down there. So if you're in South Florida looking for a Jets fan club, there's definitely one near you. I know there's one in Jacksonville. I believe there might be one in Port St. Lucie. So they're all over the place down in Florida. But in Nashville, I'm not sure. Let's see what Finnegan comes up with, if he can find any. But if you look it up, man, Chris, I'm sure. I feel very confident. Jets fans are dude, we're different, man. Like, just like Gunny said earlier about, like, I think a lot of the NFL knows, like, they want to keep us down because they know, God forbid, we have something real to cheer about. We're already the loudest, most intense fans out there. I mean, look at how we're used constantly. Anybody wants clicks on their Twitter, they go, and the New York Jets suck. We go, ah! That's what we do. We give everybody 1 million clicks within 2 seconds. What are you doing? Jeremy, is that for me? Oh, hold on. Let's see what the hell is Jeremy. He's making weird finger signs.
Crossfire just did something really cool. He gifted 5 Talking Jets memberships, and it's starting to. And I just, before I lose track of them, it's like saying who he gave them to. So, like, he just gifted.
Where is it? I don't see it. All right, let me see here.
He just gifted Dom C a membership.
How come it's not coming up on my?
I don't know. I don't know.
Gifted 5 Talking Jets memberships.
Yeah, so one went to Dom C. I can't see or tell if the others went out yet, but Kika Lake Jetfan was gifted a membership.
There you go. Cuca Lake, Dom C. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, he did 5. So I always love it when people do that. That's such an awesome thing.
What a great thing.
What a great thing to do for people. It's just so
Who
generous.
did that? Crossfire? What a good dude, Crossfire.
Did that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, pretty cool. Also, Chris K should remember also, he doesn't have to be alone, GreenBean. He can watch the games with us.
Yeah. That's right. I almost forgot.
Yeah, Hank G was gifted a membership. So congrats to Hank G.
I was just going to say Crossfire and Cuca Lake, by the way, are the loudest voices of our contests are rigged, Jeremy. So
Oh, really?
Nice yeah. Oh, yeah. Crossfire started it, I think, actually, during the draft stream. He's like, this is bullshit. This is rigged. And then everybody just jumped onto it. It was funny.
Because that one dude kept like donate so often.
Oh, Leo?
Yeah, Leo was donate, like he was doing so many super chats. He was giving himself like a 35% chance to win out of 3 choices.
Yeah. So next week we're gonna go ahead and give away another bag of liquid IV. I got restocked, so I will be giving away another bag of liquid IV. Speaking of our game streams, everybody, Jeremy brought up a good point. Maybe Finnegan can hang out with us too. That'd be great. Finnegan gets testy during the games, though, man. You got to be careful around Finnegan, man. He fucking last year, man. It was a couple of times I had to reach out to him on the side, be like, "Hey, buddy, you all right?"
Yeah,
he's intense, man.
He attacks us if we say something he doesn't like.
Finnegan, you're full of shit. This is bullshit. It's right, Finnegan.
You're a soft fan, Chaos. You're a soft fan.
Yeah, I mean, I think Finnegan was the one that said that I was soft because Jake Assman laid into the Jets harder than I did. I think that might have been, maybe it wasn't Finnegan, but I was getting all kinds of stuff. I try to be kind of keep it positive. And I'll tell you what, there was a few games, Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers, where I kept everybody's heads above water. I was like, hey, everybody stop. The game's not over. And we ended up winning. So all right, I've been vindicated a little bit.
Yeah.
The end of the year, there was nothing I could do.
You're going to love this. Crossfire just gifted another 5 memberships.
Amazeballs.
Snowball got picked.
Snowball.
Congratulations, Snowball. And Joel was gifted a membership. That's Joel with the E has the 2 little dots. So I think I'm saying it right by saying Joel.
Joel? Where is it? Let me see Joel. Where is he? Is that the Joel? Is that the Joel from the original Coney Island meetup? Because I haven't seen you in a while.
Oh,
that. We're going to talk about his boxing channel if it is. Where is he? Is he? I don't know if that's.
Well, it just says that he was gifted. Like he didn't do a chat. He was just selected.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I mean, there he is. But
is that you, Joel? Is that the same Joel? Is that you? He says, let's go. But is that you? Are you that guy, or are you just happy that Crossfire gifted you a membership? That's amazing. Thank you, Crossfire. What a good dude. So 10 of you just got gifted Talking Jets OnlyFans memberships from one Crossfire.
He's saying it's not him.
It's not him. All right. Well, I like you too. Don't worry. And I'm happy that you got the membership. That's awesome. But yeah, Joel, he was at the original Coney Island meetup, the other Joel, and now he has a boxing channel where he interviews boxers from all over the world, man. It's incredible. So yeah, it's super cool, man. He's a good dude too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's all right. It's not him. I'm just a happy guy. All right, good. You should be, man. It's a good night to be happy.
Dom C's all excited. He's using his little Jets logo icons now, or emoticons. He's like,
that's right. Get those things in there, man. That's great. Look at everybody with their little members. Look, Snowball, Project Prospect with Dom C, Joel, Cuca Lake. Who else got one? Snowball. Who else did you say?
I think you pretty much named most of them. I think.
Well, I only named 4. So
I I don't know if Hank got one, but Hank G he's a member. I don't know if it was just given to him or not.
Yeah, I think so. Hank G. All right, Hank deserves it too.
Yeah, this
Look
is
at all
great.
this.
He's picking all the right people or good people. So
That's right. As long as he doesn't pick Phil. I'm just kidding, Phil. I'm just kidding, buddy. Or Jim Dandy. Right, Jim? So anyway, it's good stuff. So look, I want to bring something up to you guys. I talked about it last week. This show is brought to you by something. Look, I had to do something. So I put a link, I pinned a link at the top of the description for a product that I'm now using. This product right here. Okay. I told you guys this story last week. I'll tell you again today. This is TESTOSIL. Now I'm 50, right, Jeremy? So I was looking like everything's different when you're 50. My eyes are weird. I'm crying all the time. I'm just kidding. So, but things are different. I lost my motivation to go into the gym and everything. So I get my testosterone checked and they tell me I'm normal, but I go to other people and they say, no, there's different ways to test testosterone. There's all these different tiers of shit. And once you're normal by insurance standards, they won't cover anything else. That's it. You can't get it. So I'm in the normal range for my age and they say no. So you go to a specialist, these other people, and it's $300, $500 a month. I can't justify paying $500. I just can't. So I went out there and I researched all these testosterone boosters. Now, the thing is that a lot of them are, quite frankly, a bunch of bullshit. Like, that's the truth of it. Now, this one, TESTOSIL, is the all-natural version of this stuff, and it has the #1 testosterone booster in it, ashwagandha, and they have made it into an extract. It's pure. It's it's the good stuff. It's everything in it is it's the collection of the best testosterone boosters on the market. I'm taking it right now. I just started working out again, guys. I'm going to tell you, honestly, I feel it. It's different. I'm not the same as I was just a month and a half ago. The greatest thing about it, if you use the link, you save 10%. If you don't like it, full money back guarantee. So what's the risk, right? That's what I love about it. If that's what got me to buy it in the first place. It was like, all right, well, if I don't like this shit, at least they're going to give me my money back. I did all the research for you, but I encourage you guys to do the research as well. If you're looking for a testosterone booster out there, you don't want to pay $300 a month, $400 a month, whatever it might be, and you're in the normal range or whatever, you're looking for a boost in the gym, emotionally, all kinds of stuff. Guys start losing their testosterone as early as their mid-20s. So you get up to my age, all sorts of shit starts happening. TESTOSIL is a great option, guys. So again, the link's in the description. You can save 10% by doing it that way. And if you don't like it, if it doesn't work for you, you're not feeling it, go ahead, send them the empty bottle back, and they will give you your money back without question, which is amazing. So anyway, TESTOSIL, everybody. Again, I'm using it. Look, it's right here. I'm using it. It's real.
I think Crossfire's using it too. He sent you a super chat and gifted 5 more people memberships.
Crossfire is on drugs tonight. All right. Crossfire's drinking, Finnegan. All right. Crossfire's in a good mood. I love it. Good for you, man. I like, this is the training camp excitement. So there it is. KSM 66 is the ashwagandha extract. Guys, TESTOSIL, I believe in it. I use it. I'm letting you guys know about it for all you guys. You don't have to tell anybody you're doing it. If you're a secret, I don't want anybody to know. That's fine too. But there it is. TESTOSIL. Save yourself 10% and get yourself going again. But Crossfire is rocking. Look at him out there. Everyone better be hitting those milk thumbs, everybody. It's funny. You see my little, I don't know if you guys can see it. I can't move my camera because it's tenuous. But right here, you see this, Jeremy? See all this?
Yeah.
This is my mini lab.
Oh, yeah.
I've been working. I'm getting back into record music. That's what I used to do. I used to spend all my days in the recording studio. Years my intro music and all that shit. That's my old band. I didn't write that one. I put the guy who wrote it in the description. But that's what I used to do. So I'm using all my old music and shit for my intros. But I'm creating the Milk Thumb song. I'm hoping to have it ready for the beginning of the season so we can go like Milk Thumbs. I have some fun. Yeah, little milk thumbs. And what that is, everybody, is hitting that like button, which helps the channel. If you have not subscribed to the Talking Jets channel, what are you waiting for? This is the place to be. Every Tuesday night, we're going to be here. Jeremy and I, and maybe even Finnegan. He's out there in Iowa hanging out by himself. Why not come aboard and hang out with us? We're going to be doing our live streams for every single game right here on the Talking Jets channel. And you can join our OnlyFans. Why would you join? Just wait for Crossfire to gift you a membership, right?
He did another 5 just now as you're talking.
Holy shit, Bubbles.
He's done 20. He's up to 20 memberships.
20 new members of the Talking Jets OnlyFan. Thanks to Crossfire. Dude, what a good dude, huh? Everybody throw some fire emojis in the chat for Crossfire, man. Let's get this guy some love. Let's show him some appreciation. Even if you weren't one of the ones picked, you got to be supportive of the rest of the guys getting picked, right? Look at this.
I just threw my hat in the ring.
What'd you do?
I texted so he could see me.
You're like, hey, I could use a membership. Alfonso Stackhouse is now a membership. A member of the.
We the People got anointed a member. That's awesome.
Weed the People.
No one deserves it more than him.
Weed the People is great. Forrest Nichols is now a member.
Oh, Talking Jets with Tigo says it's random who gets selected.
Oh, look at that. He's not picking them. It's just random.
Yeah,
I love it. That's even better.
You can always count on Tigo to give us that kind of information.
Talking Jets with Tigo's in the house. What's up, Tigo? I know Tigo's excited for the training camp season. I love that.
Oh,
so the first game we're going to cover, Jeremy, is the Hall of Fame game. Now, did you guys know that Jake Assman, Matt O'Leary, and Boy Green if you guys are going to Canton, you got to hang out at Jersey's on Friday night in Canton with those boys. I believe I'm supposed to receive a phone call rubbing my face and shit that I couldn't make it out there because I was originally planned. I mean, I had my everything booked and then things changed and I couldn't make it out there. So while I'm sure they're slightly sympathetic, I think they're more going to take joy in rubbing my face in the fact that I'm not there with them. So I'll take it. Look, you got to eat the crow. You know, you win some, you lose some, everybody. You know, you got to take your loss, and that enables you to win with class, maybe. I hope. I don't know. I eat a lot of shit sandwiches. Jeremy.
Steve Sack Exchange did say that he might call me from the car. He might call me or hit a link to stream with Joe Medingo in the car with him or something. So,
oh yeah,
he might call with him. So we might show that. We might get some footage of him in the car.
Oh, amazing. That'd be amazing. I know. I got to make sure we're going to be live that whole weekend. I can't believe, dude, I've been talking about it for 20 years. When Joe Klecko's in the hall, I'll be in the damn stands and I'm not going to be there. It's just crazy how life goes. You just can't. You can't. You can't get too attached to plans. Because plans are weird, man. Yeah. I used to have a bumper sticker. It said, "We plan, God laughs."
Yeah,
and it's true.
That's true.
I also had another bumper sticker that said, "You can suck it." So it was right next to that one. So I was a very conflicting individual.
I'll say I'm really excited about that. Like, I love doing events with you. It's a lot of fun. I think everybody that comes and joins us has a lot of fun because we get to experience it together, and it makes it more than just if you're sitting at home watching with your wife yelling at you, why are you watching this on TV? It's not even the real season. So, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great time. I hope everybody makes it.
Yeah, it is a good time, man. I mean, because look, we can't all be at the game, right? We can't all be there. So it's it gives us the opportunity to be with each other. Now, look, Finnegan put this up here. I'm going to show this for you guys. Who was it? Chris KV. Thank you, Finnegan. Finnegan rocking it tonight, man. I have to say.
He did another 5. So now we're up to 25 new members. Thanks to Crossfire.
Crossfire is on fire tonight. Throw those fire emojis in there for Crossfire, man.
Give him some love.
25 new members tonight of the Talking Jets channel. Dude, that's right. Yeah. That's how we do it. It's going to be great. Dude, look at the energy. And I'm going to say, this is nothing. When we get to the game November 6th, so again, half the tickets are gone. So we only have half left. Maybe 1 or 2 over half, I think it is. So, You got to get in on this, dude. It's Monday Night Football against. We're going to beat the living shit out of the Chargers. I'm telling you right now. We're going to smack them around. Justin, I want to say A-Bear so bad. I know it's Herbert. I can't. It's like it's a weird thing. Justin A-Bear. That's what I want. Remember A-Bear from the Saints? That's what I want to call him. But, dude, he's going to be on his back all night long. Sauce Gardner is going to be plucking errant floppy balls in the air. You're going to see. It's going to be murder, and we're going to be there for it. I have every confidence in the world that we're going to shellac the Chargers. They're not going to know what hit them. So, look, here, Chris KV, Finnegan found this for you. Let me see something here. Let's see. So this is their Facebook page. If you have Facebook, here it is. And you can ask it. So I got to join before let's join. Let's see what they do.
Hopefully they but hopefully they actually meet up for games. That'd be great. That'd be great.
All right. Like, no, we just watched GreenBean on Jeremy and
we just talk on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he did another 5.
That's 30?
That's 30, yeah. Let me see.
Holy macaroni, everybody.
Wow.
This is crazy town.
20.
This is just crazy. Crossfire is on fire. This is the best, right? A good citizen. It's the best stream ever.
He's getting 30. That's absolutely insane. That's so awesome.
It really is. Crossfire, there's 185 left. We think we had like 230 earlier. So a few of us left. There's still 185. So you only have like 150 more, not even 150 more people to go, dude.
I think everyone gets a membership. You get a membership. I get a membership. He gets a membership.
Yeah, man. FM checking in with exactly what I'm thinking. Good to see you, FM. He says, can't wait to see Clemens and Quinnen break necks. I'm telling you. And add to that, Bryce Huff, Jermaine Johnson, dude, going into year 2. Right? Jermaine Johnson was good last year. Now, he might not have come out and been, the immediate dominant, but don't forget, Quinnen Williams, same way, dude. Okay? It was every year he got better. And now look at him. He's elite. He's the second highest paid defensive tackle in the NFL. He's a first-team All-Pro. He's got himself a big old fat sack of cash.
It's funny. It's funny you should bring that up. With Quinnen Williams, because Quinnen Williams in his press conference, just like CJ Mosley pointed out, Jamie and Sherwood, Q came out and said, "Look for a breakout year from Jermaine Johnson." That he's coming back stronger and faster and leaner. And, he's so proud of him because he worked so hard in the offseason to get better and improve. And I agree with you. He was fine in the snaps and the opportunities that he was given. So I think he's going to be something special.
Yeah. Jermaine Johnson is a stud. And don't forget, man, on the heels of Jermaine Johnson, Bryce Huff coming into his own, Quinnen Williams, Clemens, Carl, we got this super crazy, speedy, twitchy, edgy Will McDonald. Nobody's even talking about him. He's rolling in on a skateboard and slippers.
Another 5.
Hey, man. Slides. That's what he's doing.
Another 5 from Crossfire.
Another 5? I know Tigo said someone make sure that his kid didn't steal his credit card. He's just like, screw it, man. It's funny. Like I remember years ago, I used to hang out at this place called the Lake Hiawatha Swim Club. Right? It was because I grew up in a town called Lake Hiawatha in New Jersey, and one day this kid comes. He's actually a very good friend of mine, but he comes in and he starts buying us all snacks from the snack bar, which was like gold. Like, we never had enough money. I would have 50 cents. I'd buy a bagel or something like that. He's like, you want a cheeseburger? You want mozzarella sticks? I'm like, yeah. And he's fucking buying everybody. Turns out he reaches into his pocket. He's got $280 cash. We're like, what? Dude, we were like 11. All right. So we're like, yeah. We're just like, hey, buy us this, buy us that, get us ice cream, get us all this shit. Literally, my grandmother sees this going on. My grandma, God rest her soul. Badass bitch. She just goes, where are you guys getting all this food? I didn't give you any money for food. Where are you guys? I said, Todd has all this money. And she goes, hey, Todd, where'd you get the money? He said, I have it. She grabs him by the back of the neck, I swear to God, she grabs him and goes, "Where'd you get the money? Where'd you steal that money from, motherfucker?" Like that. And he goes, "Oh, I took it from my mom's purse." So she went and told his mother. His mother walked right into the swim club and beat the living hell out of him in front of everybody. Nobody said nothing. There was no child abuse, none of that shit. It's like, he took $200. Get him! Beat that kid. Beat him good. That's the way it was back then. Kick his ass.
Screaming, you
See
you have to hear this. It was the last one was actually Knobcraft who bought the 5 memberships, and then he bought another 5. So 10 memberships were just purchased by Knobcraft, and Crossfire countered with another 5 memberships.
So how many is that? What's going on here?
Well, it's like 40 now.
Well, Knobcraft, look, this is madness. Crossfire gifted 5 talking jets, but Knobcraft gifted 5. Knobcraft gifted 5 more. Crossfire gifted 5 more. Crossfire, yeah, dude, this is crazy. Knobcraft and Crossfire are at the bar. That's what they're doing. They're like, "Oh yeah, watch this." That's what's going on.
Oh,
you guys are the best. Yeah, maybe Knobcraft is the guy that won the $1 billion Powerball. One ticket, man, won that $1 billion last night. Or whenever the hell it was, Wednesday. Well, I don't even know what day it is. It's Thursday. It's the thick of it. That's what day it is.
Yeah.
GreenBean is rich. Nah, I wouldn't say that, but it's funny.
It's a good day for the channel,
though. Knobcraft says we're all high on TESTOSIL. Oh, that's so funny. I'm taking it, baby. Woo! That's so good. Oh, that's so good. You guys are the best. This is fun. This was a fun stream, man. So Mega Millions is still going large. Get in on that. Hey, listen, let's make a deal. Anybody in here who wins it, we split it. All right, deal. Anybody who wins it, we split it evenly amongst all of us. There's 195 in here right now. We all split it. Deal. Oh, what was I supposed to buy one too? I don't know the.
We'll all have enough to buy season tickets for the Jets.
There you go. Hey, that's the deal. If anybody wins it, and myself included, I'll go out and buy a ticket. I'm a gambling addict. I have to have somebody else buy these things. So it's weird. It's a third person thing. I can't do it. Because as soon as I go in there, I shit you not, man. I go, I'm just going to put $5 down. I'm going to get the quick bet. I go in there. I shit you not. I will spend $50. I'm like, I can't just buy. It makes no sense. That's what I do. I'm going to up my chances, but my wife will be like, "Stop! I'll buy them."
You'll be like, your new motto will be, "He sold it all to lose it all."
I sold it all to lose it all.
Another 5 from Crossfire, by the way.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
You ever hear that tape?
You're amazing, Crossfire.
Let me hear that tape on Dr. Demento. The funeral, the will, the reading of the will, when they go like a boot to the head and they go, "Another one for Jenny and the Wimp."
No, I don't know what that is.
That's what this is kind of like. It's like, and another 5.
I don't know what that, and another 5. I'll tell you what. But the deal is, no matter who wins it, we buy a box for the Jets, at least for the season. It's not that much. It's like $300,000. But if you got $1 billion,
how many people fit in a suite? Like if you buy a suite for the year?
Well, we used to have a suite down in Miami with my company, so we used to go down there all the time. It was like 30,
because I've already
25.
I've already stated many times that if I ever won Lotto, I would definitely get a suite, and I would definitely take there'd be a core group that I take every game, and then there would be random people I pick. But I was just having that conversation a few weeks ago that's what I would do.
Well, there you go. Jeremy's on the hook. I would do it too. If I win the Mega Millions or the Powerball or whatever it is, book it. The first thing I do after throw up because I can't believe it's real and roll around in the mud and all those things, whatever I do to celebrate because I'm a wacky fella. Whatever I do there, the first call I make is to the Jets, and I go, "Give me the most important person in this department because I'm not fucking around." That's what I say. I just won the $1 billion Powerball. I don't want some low level anything. I want the top dudes or chick, whatever it is. Give me that person. We're buying boxes tonight, baby. That's what I would do.
The second call,
10 boxes.
The second call I make after that call is I have a specialized 100-inch pizza made. Okay.
100-inch.
That's just me. I want
And
to
every week we want the world's largest pizza in the box waiting there.
exactly.
It'd
Anyway.
be one season and we're broke. I want all the M&Ms, all that stuff. Look at these idiots. New Jets hat every week for everybody that comes to the box. We're flying Finnegan in from Iowa every week.
Every week.
That's what we're doing.
We're fine.
Oh, and Jason Antona is the newest member of the Talking Jets OnlyFans. He just says, you know what? I want in.
Right. I'm
I
not
love
gonna
it.
I'm not gonna wait for it. I'm just gonna
I'm not waiting for chance. I'm not playing these. I'm not gonna hope. I'm just gonna do it. See that? You guys are amazing, man. Truly. This has really, really been fun. Crossfire, Knobcraft in particular for tonight. You guys take the cake for the heroes of the night. There you go. The super duper heroes. The logos are fixed. How are they fixed? Some dude won it in LA. I mean, maybe.
Oh, Crossfire gifted another 5.
Yeah, did Jason Antona get one?
I don't know. I think it's
$1 million.
He gifted another 5. So
Crossfire, he's going down with the bang, with the fire.
Yeah.
Let's throw some more fire emojis in the chat real quick for Crossfire and Knobcraft for just laying out the memberships tonight.
Oh, Knobcraft with another 5, and Jason just did a no comment $5 super chat.
Look at that, Jason Antoni. You got a question or anything? We can wait for you. And well, let's see. Hold on. Let's see. So Jason Antona wants to know what happened to Frankie. I missed the old crew. Love Gunny. Frankie was in the chat tonight, man. He was hanging out. He said that he retired because he has a super secret project going on. We said he's actually involved with the first wave of humans to go to Mars. And he said it was cooler than that.
Yeah.
So what could it be? I don't know. Cooler than going to Mars, man? I mean, I don't know. Maybe going to Mars isn't cool. I don't want to fucking go to Mars when he's working to build atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe it's not so fun. The 7-year trip to get there. You don't even like your shipmate. Like, I hate all these people. This is going to be the worst.
I don't care how nice you make the ship. I mean, there's no first class that's good enough to say 7 years each way.
Nothing. I mean, that could be my wife and kids, and I don't want to do it. 7 years? In the same tube? No. Right?
Tell your kid, I'll see you when you're 30.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
The main catch, $2 super chat.
So Tigo suggests maybe you got a job doing analytics for the Pittsburgh Panthers. Really? All right. Maybe. We know Frankie's in Pittsburgh and he's in Frankie's scout school and everything. He knows this. You know, Frankie knows his shit, man.
Yeah, I
think
he's going to be a scout.
Yeah, that'd be great. That's got Frankie's name all over it, man. Frankie is a real deal. And that's Dom C's going that route too, man. Dom C's and he's learning how to be a scout as well. And look, it's great. It's just so cool to have, to have all these guys kind of around. Like, dude, we're growing. We're growing as a community. We're advancing. We're evolving. Not Jeremy, of course. He's going to stay caveman-esque. You know what I mean? He's like, I like it right here. That's what I want to be.
I'm like one of those TV show characters, right? Like from TV shows. I never evolve.
That's right. Exactly. You just stay the same. You're like the Simpsons. You've been 12 years old for 40 years. That's what it is. So all right. Well, look, Ego, thank you for the opinion. I will say thank you. Oh, main catch checking in. He says epic night. Yeah, dude. Don't forget, guys, if you're looking for a little respite from football, the main catch on YouTube. He has a fishing channel. You can support that as well. Obviously, go and support our buddy Tigo. We have the Jets Lounge YouTube channel, led by none other than Jets Chaos right here. No longer Jeremy. If you call him Jeremy, he will not answer.
I hold on to every nickname. I will always be Jeremy. I'll always be Snacks. I'll always be Chaos. I'll always be Egghead.
Will you always be 49ers lounge? Yeah. Fucking Finnegan dropping the bomb.
Man, I'll never live that down, and I knew when I did it, I would never live it down. And then I was being all smart. They don't got anybody. They don't got any content creators. I'm going to take over that whole market. And then I realized,
how'd it go?
Well, I realized then I have to watch the 49ers and learn all about their team.
You got to actually give a shit. Yeah, there's that.
You can't fake liking a team. You know what I mean?
No. That's the thing. You tried to Ralph Cramden that thing. You're
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm going to do, Alice? Watch this. I'm going to make a 49ers channel and take over the world. She's like, do you even like the 40s? He's like, that's not important. Do you know anything about just shut up to the moon? You know, that's Jeremy's home life.
They run a West Coast offense.
It's the same offense. I already know all of it. What do I need to know? It's great. All right, guys. Well, look, I want to thank Finnegan for helping us out tonight. It's his first night as a member of the crew. He's been a beanbagger for a long time. He's been in the chats for years now, I think. And so he's been one of us for a long time, but he's part of the Thursday Thick of It crew. Tonight was night one. He did a banging job, man. He found the Nashville Jets Club, and he did so many things for us tonight. Thank you, Finnegan. I really do appreciate it. Jeremy, I thank you. And poor Gunny lost his power, so throw some love toward Houston tonight.
Oh, it must be so hot in that.
See what's going on down there. You guys are the best. Jeremy, you got anything coming up you want to tell anybody about before we leave?
Just Sunday nights now. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. By the way, we're changing that time. We're moving down to 8. Nick Shine is co-hosting that show with me. And on Sunday, Vinny from the Jets Lounge, formerly Vinny of the Jets, he's likes to go out there and get guests and get different guests. And it's a good opportunity for new faces on the channel. So Sunday nights at 9 p.m. And we had Ryan last week. That was exciting.
Did Vinny get him?
Yeah. We had Ryan on the channel. It was a lot of fun. And so we'll see who we get in the future. It'll be cool. And the Jets Lounge has some contacts with some players and people like that. So we're going to hope to land some of them.
Amazing. Exciting times for the Jets Lounge channel on YouTube. And don't forget about Finnegan's Flight Crew. Finnegan's information, as is Gunny's and Jeremy's, is in the description. Don't forget about TESTOSIL, man. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. And guys, again, I use it. I love it. And you can save 10% by clicking that link. And you can get your money back if it doesn't work for you. I mean, what's to lose? It's only, I think it's $60, $59 or something like that, instead of $500. So anyway, guys, with that all said, thank you for watching the Talking Jets channel. We're going to be moving to Thursday Thick of It over here for a little bit, as is the game streams and all that shit. But regular videos on GreenBean Jetsfan as well. We are rocking it. It is training camp season. I hope you're excited. And with that all said, have a great night. We will see you next time.
Yeah, here we come, baby. Here we come. Here come the Jets, baby.
I want to kiss you.
Thanks, Joe.
You want to run or you want to duck down? You want to duck, just go over and get onto the bench and stay there.
You play to win the game.
My message for the fans, we're all frustrated with where we are right now.
JETS, 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 Jets.